Hello and welcome to another episode of my Football Manager 2019 management career, where we're playing as Blyth Spartans, and we are currently in the Vanarama National League, and we are right up and ready to play our first match of the session against Stockport, who were a former rival of ours in the very first season, unfortunately pipping us to the league title by a mere 1 point and keeping us down. And they went up. But now we're in the same division and we've got a chance to get our revenge. So we've had a few injuries last session. Some pretty devastating ones, to be honest, because it's affected two players that are a very big part of our team this season. So Sebastian Desprez being one of them. The American midfielder that we have, he's out for a little bit longer, although he has turned to orange now. So he's returning to full training in 3 days. Excuse me, sorry for that. I've literally finished shoving dinner down my mouth, down my throat, like seconds before I had to go live. So there might be a lot of muting of the microphone and burping in between, paused and broken sentences and all of that. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, and the other one was Bradley Fuster. Our goal machine from season 1, Bradley Fuster, is currently out, and he's going to be out for a further 12 days to 3 weeks, unfortunately, with a twisted ankle. And we did have to bring Josh Dolling in as his replacement, and he had a good start. I believe he scored a goal in his first match, playing, in the first team. He's been out for a long time because he just simply doesn't match up to Dan Maguire or Bradley Fuster. But he's got his opportunity and a chance to form a partnership with Maguire and perhaps Cavallo as well. So right now I'm in a lot of trouble, you see, because I don't have any other reserve strikers. Dolling is my only one. Sean Reid can play as a striker, but very, very badly. He's not at all comfortable in that position. But he's the best I've got right now. So he is on the bench as our reserve striker here, which means I've had to bring Connor Oliver on. Connor Oliver, again, was a player we had in Season 1 playing in the midfield role alongside Green, and he did all right for us then. He's been a bit outclassed since, so he's found himself pushed out of the team. As you can see, stats not amazing compared to a lot of the new signings I've made in the midfield department. So, but he is on the bench for now. He might end up playing. And what I'm currently doing is desperately trying to find someone who can just be a backup as a striker. Just while Bradley Fuster gets through this injury. Obviously Dolling will be fine playing alongside Maguire. He will do. He's not perfect, but he'll do. But I at least need a substitute that's more competent than Reid. So I'm currently trialling Ollie Johnson, who is a 32-year-old. And he's not amazing, obviously. And I just brought him in on trial to see what he's like, see whether he'll do, whether we can make do with him as a striker. But so far, what I've been able to see is he has 6 for pace and 6 for acceleration, which, quite frankly, is terrible. I expected it not to be that amazing for a 32-year-old, but that low, that's way lower than I was expecting. So most likely, we will not be signing Ollie Johnson at the end of his trial. So that means I need to look for another striker just to make do with, and a loan will do, or just a free transfer of, somebody that's at least a 2-star in ability will be okay. But so far we've got nobody suited to it. Anyway, let's crack on because I'd like to get on with this match. As you can see, our form is currently excellent. We've had just 1 draw in the opening part of the season up in this new division. The Vanarama National League, where we currently are, is second in the division, just behind Port Vale on goal difference. They have 2 more goals in the plus for them. We're not far off overtaking them. If we have a game where we bag a lot and don't concede, then we could feasibly take top spot on equal points. But I think Port Vale are going to probably win the league. They're a tough team, and I'm expecting we'll struggle against them when we do finally play them. But for now, as you can see, Stockport in the table are 21st, which puts them in the relegation zone after 5 games played. Not too much to worry about this early in the season, but in another 5 games' time, if they're still finding themselves in that position, they could be going down. Okay, let's see if we can help compound that problem for them by beating them in this match here. So, Kieran Green not so match fit, really. He's currently a little bit tired, so most likely I'll have to sub Connor Oliver in at some point. But I'm certainly going to play him at least for the first half, maybe for a bit of the second as well. Everyone else will probably just have to make do. Egan will be one to keep an eye on. Dolling as well, but I really don't want to have to bring on Sean Reid as a striker, so Dolling just might have to battle his way through this fixture. Either way, we'll see how it goes. Hey, Catch, how you doing? Good to see you, mate. Right, yeah, I know they're struggling. Let's just do it, though. Fingers crossed. I would really love to get a win here. And we are playing at home at Croft Park. And so far, it doesn't look like it's raining, but if you look at the sky, it does look very grey and miserable. So that's about right. Okay, yeah, let's tell them they're expected to prove a point. I'm all good with that. And away we go for the kickoff. The team's walking out onto the field. And here we go. Dolling kicks off. And this man here, Kefalos, he's half Greek, half English. New signing for us in central defence. Currently playing the cover role at the back for us. Michael Little on the attack here. Tries to put across him, but closed down very easily, it seemed, by the Stockport defence there, number 2. And the ball goes out for a corner, but apparently that corner comes to absolutely nothing, as that's the end of the highlight. And we skip to a corner for Stockport, which looked kind of dangerous. Bray on the ball in loads of space here, whips it into the box. Egan was there to try to nod it away, but unfortunately it fell to a blue shirt. And Calder had a shot for Stockport, but skied it over the bar to the relief of O'Reilly and me. So let's see what we can do now. Lang with a free kick, all right on the edge of the 18-yard box. Goes for a shot, but just curls wide of the post there. And I think I saw a little bit of rain. Yeah, it's raining. There we go. Business as usual. Maguire now on the ball, hoofing it upfield, looking for his strike partner, Dolling, but finding nothing even close to him. Dolling was in the centre, and that ball was sprayed way out onto the right flank. I think it's long overdue that we went for a demand more. 25 minutes played already, and we don't have a goal yet. Now Little on the ball, plays it upfield. Dolling kind of wins the header, gets it to Green, who nods it to Maguire. Maguire out wide right to Leighton Egan. Egan dribbling past his man, takes a shot himself, but the shot was charged down, and I think that deflected out for a corner kick to Blyth. Here we go, Kieran Green with the corner. Terrible corner as usual from Kieran Green. Why is he still taking corners? There we go. Oh, crossed into the box. Lang with the head down to Josh Dolling. Dolling tries the shot, but is closed down by the Stockport defence. And still, after almost 30 minutes played, Blyth failing to get a single shot on target. Same for Stockport as well. Maguire now nodding down to Little. Little to Kieran Green. Back to Maguire. Maguire dribbling past his man. Cheeky little pass to Green. Cavallo, the Brazilian, in the middle. Tries a left-footed shot, but puts it just wide of the post there. He'll need to do better than that if he's going to put his team ahead. And still, nobody has put a shot on target in 42 minutes of football played. And yet another shot goes wide of the mark, this time by Calder of Stockport. And they seem to have slightly better of the stats at the moment. 8 shots to our 5, but when none of them are on target, neither team has anything to worry about, really. So encourage them and give them a morale boost. Do you know what? No, I'm going for the aggressive bollocking, because that was terrible. Not a single shot on target. Yeah, we owe Stockport after what happens in our last match. Go out there and get revenge. Let's try that. Yeah, there we go. Come on, get on with it. We're in our ideal conditions here at Croft Park. It is throwing it down with rain. This is our home turf. This is our home weather condition. We should be playing better in this second half. And Kieran Green is looking absolutely exhausted, isn't he? I'm going to have to take him off already. That's a shame. Just check analysis, see if there's anything I can do. Yeah, always press Alex Bray. Yeah, let's do that. All right, now we'll go for the sub. It's going to be Connor Oliver, isn't it? Or actually, I could put Sean Reid on, and then if I need to make a sub up front, I can always move Reid into that position and then bring on Connor Oliver. Reid is a slightly stronger player than Connor Oliver, so I'd rather put him on now in place of Kieran Green. So there we go. That's happening. And let's give him a little pep talk. Yeah, go out and make the difference for us. He seems motivated. Good stuff. Come on, Reid. Let's have a goal out of you. So, former captain, current vice-captain, Kieran Green coming off there as he's just run out of steam. He's given everything he's got. He started off the match pretty tired, so can't really complain. Okay, the ball being passed around by Stockport in midfield. Now passed out wide right in the possession of Bray. Looks for a pass. Switches play up to the left. And gets it to Medford Smith, who plays it to Calder. Switching play again to the other flank. Now Sears to Bray. Sears again. Finds Calder in space. Oh, but just about closed down in time by the Blyth defence there. Now Josh Dolling holding up play while his teammates reposition and surge up pitch. But yeah, that all comes to nothing. Brilliant. Well done, lads. Keep it up. All right, still 62 minutes of football. Not a single shot on target for either team as Sangari takes a free kick from just outside the box in the Stockport half, but puts it wide. Now Little with the corner. Looking for Maguire. Oh, that looked like a dive there from Stockport. I'm calling dive there. Oh, we finally got a shot on target. Oh, my God. We have a miracle. One shot on target from two teams in 70 minutes of football. I'm going to demand more. This is pathetic. Come on. Oh, Denilson Cavallo picking up a yellow card. Not great. Cavallo, we will tell to ease off challenges for now. We don't want to get him sent off. Michael Little getting a yellow as well. I guess players are starting to get frustrated, but Bray has been injured. Lang now with a free kick. Did that hit the post? I think that hit the post, and Lyons there with the follow-up, failing to put in a decent shot, and the keeper gathered it comfortably. We now have 4 shots on target. Yeah, it looks like Alex Bray's picked up a knock, and he's coming off for McNamee. Or McNamee? I have no idea how to say that. Sorry, Scotland. Right, Egan taking the throw in to Sangari. Plays it to Reed. Now the Brazilian Cavallo in the middle. Nothing too magical from him as he plays it back to Reed. Maguire. Oh, shot blocked. Takes a deflection and the ball is going up the other end now. Mulhern in possession for Stockport. Running the ball upfield. Nobody really challenging him at the moment. And he plays a terrible pass out to the winger who was just napping. There was no chance that was going anywhere near him. And the worst has happened. The absolute worst has happened. We are getting FM'd here. The game is screwing with us because we already have one striker out injured, and my one and only proper reserve striker now, Josh Dolling, has just picked up an orange injury. It's a potential thigh injury. This is bad news. Bad news indeed. So I'm going to have to switch Reed into attack. And as you can see from this, he is not comfortable in that role. He is not comfortable at all. So unconvincing is his suitability to the role of poacher. Let's see if it improves if I switch him and Maguire around. Yeah, no, still terrible. He's basically terrible at both roles. Well, maybe I'll have him as the pressing forward and we'll have Dan Maguire as the poacher. So now I need to bring Dolling off and Connor Oliver gets the nod. We are in injury time, sorry, in added time as it's now called. 2 minutes left to go, but we need to make this substitution. Yeah, let's lie to Connor Oliver and tell him he can make the difference for us. Yeah, 2 minutes of play. Yeah, you can grab us the goal. Surely Robbie Dale is in the stand, says Catch. He probably is. I bet he's watching. Unfortunately, as you know, he's retired, so we can't use him. Oh, I wish we had Robbie Dale right now. He would do the business for us. Maybe even snatch a goal. Here we go. Leighton Egan with one last attack. Seconds left of the match. And it comes to absolutely nothing as it pings off a Stockport defender there. And that will be it. I'm pretty sure the whistle will be going in the next minute or so. There will be a little bit more added time thanks to that injury and us having to make the substitution. But I don't think it will be long enough for us to get a goal. Let's see. Cavallo now on the ball. Punts it forwards. And that's going nowhere. That's going absolutely nowhere. I guess that will be the end of the match. And what a terrible, terrible match to start the session on. A 0-0 draw. Only 5 shots on target for Blyth Spartans. Not a single shot on target for Stockport. And worse still, we've taken an injury to Josh Dolling. So bad news all round. Don't be too hard on the team. It was a tough result to take. Ooh, I don't know. I'm tempted to just scream at them, to be honest. Oh, all right. We'll take the assistant's advice. Now, you see, I should have just screamed at him, shouldn't I? That was appalling, lads. Well, we're still in a good position here in the league table, I imagine. We've won all but 2 of our games, which have both been draws. So hopefully we're in good stead at the moment, as we'll be playing Eastleigh next, currently sitting in 16th as of now in the league. So we'll be way up the table compared to them, and hopefully in much better form. But yeah, starting with that draw, not ideal. But then again, to be fair, Stockport did spend a whole season playing in the same division as us in Season 1. And I haven't really changed my play style up since then. So let's put it down to they knew what to expect. And they were playing well enough to shut us down. Oh, that's a relief. That is a huge relief. Josh Dolling is only out for 1 or 2 days. It's just a tight hamstring. That could have been a lot worse. I'm glad we took him off when we did. You don't want that turning into a more serious injury, but that is a relief. So he should be suitable to play the next game. One of the competition's worst defences put in a battling display. Stockport have one of the competition's worst defences, and we couldn't score a single goal against them. That is disappointing, isn't it? All right, let's check out this guy. Dan Jones, 25-year-old centre-back, currently playing for York, 1.1k per week. Got some decent stats. Heading could be better. But long throws, 17. You never know, might come in useful at some point. Good physical stats, though. Look at that. Ah, he's good. And where does he play? Can he play as a wing-back? Sort of, maybe. Sort of, maybe. Not completely convincingly. What's our scouting knowledge now? 100%. No, absolutely zero interest in signing for us. Well, we'll stick him on the shortlist. You never know. He might change his mind in future. So let's keep hold of him for now. Timmy Subawali, we were looking at him, weren't we? Currently playing for Fylde. And he was another centre-back. Let's have a look. Tackling could be better. Heading and marking are good. Decision's good. Lots of greenery in the physical stats. 6'2", ticking a lot of boxes. But where is he most comfortable? He's apparently most comfortable as an inverted wing-back in the left full-back position. I would obviously prefer this wing-back left. He can sort of play as a central defender pretty comfortably as well. I think I'm going to add him to shortlist too. You never know, he might come in handy. Poor technique though. That's not great. But then again, you know, central defenders don't need too much technique. They've just got to win the ball and then smash the ball upfield, as far as my strategies are concerned. Lamin Yagni. What's this guy? He's got some good star value. He's Gambian. And yeah, good mental and physical stats there. Not so great on the technical. But then again, you can only expect so much at this level. He's actually left-footed as well. And he's an international. He plays international football for the Gambia. I might add him to shortlist as well, just to keep an eye on him for future. Right, let's continue on. And I look forward to the game against Eastleigh. Let's just have a quick look at the league table. So we do drop a place. Billericay hopping past us now with a 1-point lead ahead of us, and Port Vale 2 points ahead of us now in the table, but both are reachable. It's only 6 games played, a long season to go yet, plenty of time to catch up that deficit. Okay, what's going on in the world of football? Not a lot. Hold on. I think I just saw a tweet there that was saying our strikers are about as much use as a handbrake on a canoe. I disagree. They're normally much better. Granted, they were terrible in that match. But I think that's an unfair assessment. All right, let's scout the Checker Trade Trophy. Whatever, we'll look for anything. I don't care what. I can't be bothered to scout the rest. Loan report. Oh yeah, Nexus. He's out on loan, isn't he? How's he getting on? Average rating 6.64, 6 appearances. Could be better. So his stats are going up nicely, which is good news. All right, injury update. Des Press still out for another 1 to 2 days before he even returns to training. Josh Dolling out for another 1 day. Bradley Fuster are way off yet. And we had a player named in Team of the Week, and it was our goalkeeper, O'Reilly. He's a fantastic signing. I keep saying one of the best signings we've made. And Player of the Month is claimed by Denilson Cavallo, our Brazilian, putting in a pretty good set of performances there. 6 appearances, 3 goals, and an average rating of 7.32. And Michael Liddell coming in second as well with 2 goals and an average rating of 7.73. Nice. We got number 1 and 2 spot there. And Daniel Greaves for Leyton Orient coming in third. Leyton Orient being my friend Harry's team in real life. All right, so praise Cavallo. Give him a congratulations for that. He also came second for Young Player of the Month as well. Wow, he's really doing well. Brand new signing, first season with the club, and already making his mark. Now, who's this guy? Mitchell Candlin. Oh, he's at Port Vale. Oh, there's no way he's going to be interested in coming to us, is there? Perhaps one to scout, though, because we will have to play this team twice this season, and it'll be good if we know what to expect of their star striker, if indeed this guy is. I mean, look, 5 appearances and 6 goals, average rating of 8.34. This guy does not mess around, does he? Okay, we came third for Manager of the Month. I mean, that's not bad, is it? First few games in the new division, and already we're coming third for Manager of the Month. I think we're making our mark as well on this division. Right, let's give Lyons some praise for his training. Yeah, well done. All right, what's going on here? Yeah, let's do this. Always good to give your players a pat on the head when they deserve it. Unless it's Lewis Lang, who doesn't think he deserves it. All right, yeah, see you later, Lewis. Whatever, mate. Dan Maguire, he'll take the praise. Yeah, good man. He likes it. Right. On to the next match. Come on. Roll on, Eastleigh. So Eastleigh have now moved up to 10th in the table after their last match, which is looking like their form is turning around. Hey, Cold Steel, good to see you, mate. How you doing? I sent you a private message, by the way, because I somehow missed when you subscribed to the channel. I don't know what I was doing or what was going on when you subbed, but I completely missed it. So thank you very much for the sub, Cold Steel. I really appreciate it, and my apologies for missing that. But I did send you a private message basically saying the same thing. And that, of course, means that in my Battletech campaign on Battletech Extended 3025 mod, you will be added in as a pilot just like all the other subscribers. So I will get right on that next session tomorrow. Catch says subbed, unsubbed. But yeah, I'm so sorry for missing that. I don't know how I managed it. Oh, yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, we've got it. We're going to have a new rookie. We'll have a new pilot to see if he can beat the record of Nexus. Will he outlive Nexus? 4 rounds of combat on your first mission is all you've got to beat. He says, "Give me a Warhammer, please." Oh, I have to bring one out. I haven't currently got one out, but I'll see what I can do. Cold Steel. We'll have a look. Maybe I've got a variant that we've not used before. I'll have to search the stock. Well, or as I call it, my museum of mechs. My museum of many mechs. What's going on here? No, I don't want any of that advice. Catch says, build him a locust to make it interesting. Rookie hazing. For those that don't know Battletech, a locust is one of the lightest and flimsiest mechs you could possibly put someone in. It's almost a death sentence. Just, so you get what that's all about. But anyway, back to Football Manager now, and we have the match against Eastleigh approaching fast, and fingers crossed I will have the 2 players that were only days away from returning from injury fit and healthy. So they will have recovered from their injuries in theory, but will they be fit? That is the next question. And here we have the pre-match analysis against Eastleigh. Paul McCallum looks to be their key player. He's currently on an average of 8.3. My God. And he's a target man. Brilliant. And we know nothing about him aside from that. So maybe I'll go for scouting him. Let's get a scout report on him. Oh no, we already have one apparently. It's not a very good one. Not a very good one at all. Scouting. Get scout report. Thank you. That's what I'm after. Yeah, so maybe next time we play him, we'll know a little bit more. Right, Ben O'Hanlon apparently should be switched to not needed. No, I disagree. I think he is needed. Thank you. Right, Des Perez has completed the rehabilitation phase of his treatment plan and returns to full training. 93% match sharpness is good, but overall physical condition is only at 75. Still, he's got one more day to recover, so maybe he will play the match after all, if not all of it. Okay, so our home advantage gives us the edge against Eastleigh. That's good, but then again, we were the favourites in that match against Stockport and also at home and seriously underperformed. But let's cross our fingers and hope that we make an improvement on that match at the very least. Cold says, I'll take anything, I run pretty fast. Luke Lyons. Okay, Luke O'Reilly and Dan Maguire, all really deserving of praise. Lewis Lang training badly there. 5.85 training performance. That is terrible. Absolutely terrible. Yeah, sort your stuff out. I can't be bothered to praise them. Do you know what? I just want to play this match. I'm just going to give him a nod in the corridor rather than saying any words. We'll go for the old school approach. Right, Kieran Green is picked for the first team. Yeah, let's make him unavailable for now. Same with Josh Dolling. We don't want to tie them out too much by giving them loads of reserve games. Ollie Johnson, we can make him available. He's on trial. We get a better look at him that way. Des Perez, 82%. That's not too bad. He's playing. He's definitely going to play the match, I think. And by that, I mean the first team match, not the under-23s one. So here we go. Josh Dolling, fitness test not required, 85%. Not quite fully fit and should be monitored. Des Perez recommended to be limited to a maximum of 75 minutes of action. All right, we can manage that. So apparently I shouldn't be playing Dolling, but I don't really have an option here. There is no one else suited to it. Right, Dolling has now formed a partnership with Maguire, but this orange bar is bad news. It's not good. As you can see, Josh Dolling and Dan Maguire have played fairly poorly when paired and are not a good partnership in their selected roles. Okay, that's bad news. What if I swap them around? Dolling is really not comfortable doing that, is he? It's got to be this way around, and I have no other choice but to play Dolling. You're just going to have to get good, Dolling. Get good, damn it. Right, Kieran Green and Connor Oliver. Right, Connor Oliver is being swapped out for Des Perez, who is going to be just about fit enough for this. Kieran Green will take the bench to start the match, and Des Perez, our resident American, will start. And 75 minutes of football, it suggested, so we'll have to keep an eye on him and remember to sub him off. Josh Dolling shouldn't be playing at all, but I've got no options. I've got no one else. There is no one else. Hold on, let me just have a quick check in my under-23s. Maybe I've got a hidden gem up front in my under-23s. No. In fact, the only striker in the under-23s is the trialist Ollie Johnson. What about under-18s? Now we're really scraping the barrel. We've got Jack Brown and Kevin Walker. Both of them still only on grey stars. Yeah, they're just nowhere near ready, are they? Let's have a look at the state of Jack Brown. No, absolutely no. What about Kevin Walker? No, definitely no. No, yeah, okay. So we're stuck with what we got. Josh Dolling has to play. So let me just have one last check. Make sure I'm happy with this. Well, I'm not really happy, but it's what we've got. So away we go. Cold Steel says, give Dolling a bit of a talking to. Yeah, stop being injured, Dolling. Sort your life out. Like, heal faster. There we go. How's that? I'm not sure that's going to work. Okay, give them a morale boost. Not really sure. Let's go with, we've been on a good run lately. Go out there and impress me. Let's try that. Well, not really a great team talk, but no worse than I expect the assistant's suggestion would have been. So we kick off again at Croft Park, and the sun is shining. How unusual. Let's see if it lasts. Let's see if the sun is shining on our performance this match. Certainly wasn't last game. Thompson taking the ball upfield for Eastleigh, who are playing in the blue shirts. Little with a great tackle there. Unfortunately spills the ball to Wilson, who puts it across to the box, but headed away well there by the Blyth defence. Only going as far as Sharp, who plays it to McLaughlin, and then back to Sharp. Now Clements whipping in across from the left wing, but finding nobody at all, and the ball goes out for a throw, which by the looks of things Michael Little will take. Now here we are with the throw in for Wilson to Thompson. McLaughlin? McLaughlin? Yeah, we'll go with that. McLaughlin. That's his name now. Leighton Egan punting the ball upfield, looking for Dan Maguire, who nods it to Cavallo, who has a crack like any self-respecting Brazilian would from that range. But unfortunately, that looked more like an English shot than a Brazilian shot. And it sailed wide of the mark. Cavallo now with another chance. He's just inside the 18-yard box. Gets tackled, but the ball finds Little, who crosses to Dolling. Unfortunately, can't get his head to the ball. It's looking promising, but I'm going to go for a demand more. 9 minutes of football played. No, you didn't miss a loss, Cold Steel. You missed a draw. It was a 0-0 draw, and yeah, it was just terrible. There were hardly any shots on target. So we didn't lose, but we didn't win either. I felt we should have won that. Right, here we go. Kafalas. Oh, with a terrible defensive error there, giving Andrew a free shot on goal. Luckily, Luke O'Reilly wide awake and ready to save that. But Kafalas, the new man at the centre defence position at the back for Blyth, has to do better than that if he wants to hold his place in the first team. And from that corner, the header comes in and O'Reilly claims it comfortably. Very relieved about that. Lyons now on the ball. Plays it to Kafalas. Needs to get his confidence back. Plays it safe to Lang. Lang to Sangari. Now Kafalas again, this time punting it upfield, looking for Dolling. Doesn't find him. And once again, Eastleigh are in possession. Cavallo there whips in and intercepts that pass attempt. Good work. It is not often you see an attacking midfielder doing defensive work like that. Now Wilson with the back pass to his keeper. Punted upfield. Sangari winning the header. Maguire on the ball now, but he was offside there, unfortunately. Now a throw in for Eastleigh. And it's raining at Croft Park again. It's raining every time. Always raining. Lang on the ball now. Putting it up to Leighton Egan. Leighton Egan to Josh Dolling. Looks surrounded by blue shirts. Manages to find his way out of trouble. Getting the ball to Egan, who plays it way out front and left, finding Michael Little. Cavallo now with the shot, but there was no way through the defence there, and it takes a deflection going out for a throw-in. And this is terrible. We've still not put a shot on target. 18 minutes played. Des Prez on the ball there. Cavallo now for Blyth. Maguire plays it short to Des Prez. Des Prez out wide, looking for Michael Little, I suppose. It was kind of halfway between Lyons and Little, but Little saved the day. Josh Dolling now with the through ball, gets on the end of it, crosses to Maguire. Good defence. Oh, good defensive work there from Eastleigh. Michael Little putting a cross in for Dan Maguire, but the target failing to be found once again. Terrible cross from the corner there for Michael Little. And that whole set comes to nothing. Demand more. Definitely demand more. Maguire from a corner. Oh, that looked like an opportunity there. At least Little took a good corner that time. Maguire taken down in the box there, but cleanly it seems, as the referee doesn't blow the whistle. And we have now had 4 shots and none on target. Eastleigh are putting all of theirs on target. And it very much does seem like this partnership of Dolling and Maguire up front is not working out too well. There's not a lot I can do about it. Not a lot I can do. Right, yeah, let's close Connor Thompson down a bit better. We don't want him scoring. Let's go with show some passion. Is this going to upset them all? Oh, no! Oh, what a disaster! Des Prez has been injured. Potential foot injury this time. Oh, no. He's only just come back. We were going to give him 75 minutes of football and no more. And he's already injured. Well, I'll at least let him play out till half-time. There it is. Half-time whistle goes. And it's 0-0 here at Croft Park once again in our second match of the session. And I need to make a substitution right here, right now. Des Prez, the American, taking another knock. Oh, man. I don't understand why he's getting picked on so much, but he is. Kieran Green or Sean Reid? Kieran Green or Sean Reid? Sean Reid. We'll go with Sean Reid. Okay. Right. Here we go. We need to go to the team talk now and try and give them a morale boost. I think we will go with that. Although my gut says I should have just screamed at them. And we kick off for the second half. Sean Reid coming on to replace the once again injured Sebastian Des Prez. Cold Steel says, them damned Americans made of glass. Not usually. Not really a reputation America has, but seems to be picking up one, Des Prez, doesn't he? He's not been at the club long, already picking up 2 injuries. Lang here with a free kick on the edge of the box, thumps it straight into the wall. I guess he was going for intimidation tactics there rather than finessing a shot. And now Wilson for Eastleigh, offside though. Well played, Blyth defence there, catching him out. Lyons with the throw-in. Finds the head of Maguire. Now Sangari to Reid. Reid looking for a pass. And goes nowhere really, but Dolling picking up the poor defensive header. Now Maguire takes a shot. It was on target at least, so we'll celebrate that. But kept out by the Eastleigh keeper very well there. Egan now with another cross, finding the head of Maguire. Maguire wide of the mark there with his headed chance. And still, we now have 7 shots and only 1 on target. Dolling picks up a yellow card, so we'll tell him to ease off tackles. And I'm going to go for a demand more as Michael Little takes a corner. Finds Denilson Cavallo on the edge of the box. Oh, knocks it to Kafalis. Kafalis' shot just could not find a way through the blue shirts there. And the ball comes deep into the Blyth half to be picked up by Egan. And I really don't know what to do here. Lang is not having a good game, playing a 6.3, so I think one thing that needs to be done is to take him off, in spite of him being one of my best players and also my captain. You simply can't keep a player on in defence that's playing a 6.3 or a mistake's going to get made. So what we'll do is we'll bring on Harvey Smith. Oh, excuse me, Dinner fighting back. We'll bring on Harvey Smith there. Yeah, we'll leave it at that, I think. Anyone else having an absolute stinker? Josh Dolling and Dan Maguire both having a terrible game, but I just do not have the substitutes to do anything about that. Whew, okay, come on boys, come on boys. We've got 10 minutes of football remaining, well, 10 minutes of normal time remaining. And I'm just re-clicking the shouts tab, just looking for the demand more to pop up. There it is. It's time, and they are focused after the feedback. Let's see if they're focused enough to get us a goal before this match ends. I would hate to take another 0-0 draw. But this looks like it could be a highlight for Eastleigh as Andrew is through. He's onside, he's in the box, but he is closed down by the Blyth defence there as Lyons clears the ball. Now a free kick for McLaughlin, and disaster. Absolute disaster. It's been disallowed. It's been disallowed. Let's see that again. McLaughlin to Pavey, and Sharp well offside there. Absolutely miles offside. And what a relief that is. Disallowed goal, just about allowing us to cling on to our 0-0 scoreline here. 1 shot on target all game. This is bad. We need Bradley Feaster back. Where is Bradley? Well, he's injured right now. Oh, that looked dangerous. Nooble there with a free header, but could not find the target. And I bet Luke O'Reilly was relieved to see that go past the post. Lyons, stop messing about, mate. What is that? Gets tackled by Nooble. Sangari there with the interception. Hopefully, yeah, getting Blyth out of another sticky situation. Now Egan playing the ball upfield, finds Dolling. We have under 2 minutes remaining. Dolling looking for a cross. Only finds the head of Wilson. Now Maguire, though, picks up the loose ball in the box. Plays it to Michael Little. Little tries for the cross. Shut down by the number 7 of Eastleigh, though. And it will be a corner as we come into the final minute of the match here in added time at Croft Park. The score is 0-0. Blyth have had a terrible game. Cavallo now surges into the box. Can't quite get the shot off. Little with a cross attempt there. Looking for Reid. Reid will just about keep it in. but not control it well. Clements hoofs it upfield for Eastleigh, and Egan nods it out. Playing safe there. I think that was the right choice. And seconds are ticking away now. The whistle is about to go. This looks like a 0-0. Looks like a dive attempt by the Eastleigh number 10 as well, just as the whistle goes. But that is a second 0-0. 2 draws in a row. Our form is not doing quite so well as it was last session. I'm going to try for an aggressive bollocking. That was terrible. I'm far from pleased with that. Yeah, well, I've demotivated Harvey Smith. He's only a lone player. And Sangare, he'll get over it. But we did fire up most of the team. I think that bollocking was worth its while. We've had 2 draws in a row. We've had, what, like 6 shots on target across 2 matches? It's been absolutely appalling, considering the number of shots we take as an attacking team. So something needs to be done about this. And luckily, Des Prez's injury is just a single day for a bruised ankle. Whew, relief for sure. Right, so yeah, another disappointing draw. Now, who have we got next? Gateshead. Oh, we've got to beat Gateshead. We can't be drawing or losing to Gateshead. They're a rival club. They're also in the northeast region. We don't want to mess this up. Our form needs to spring right back. And the game is just saving. I'm just going to have a quick drink. Yeah, this commentary is a killer on the vocal cords. I can tell you that. I don't know how the professionals keep it up for 90 minutes or more at a time. They must drink a lot in between. Right, okay. Frank Mulhern we were checking out. He's at Stockport. Oh yeah, that Irish striker. I remember him. Yeah, he looks pretty decent, doesn't he? Yeah, a lot of good mental and physical stats. Not so great on the technical, but again, at this level, players rarely are. Makes a good pressing forward. Extremely doubtful as to whether he would come to the club. Now what are my finances looking like? I do have 27k transfer budget remaining. This is very tempting. How much threshold do I have on the wage bill? Okay, so I could offer him, you know, about 1.5k a week. I'm really tempted to sign this guy, especially with the problems we're having between Dolling and Maguire right now. And he also, you know, he plays as a pressing forward, which is a role we use. I don't have anyone that's fully comfortable in that role right now. Yeah, I'm going to go for this. We're going for it. We're going to make an inquiry, and I expect Stockport will ask for a ridiculous sum of money that we won't be able to afford, but we can try. I mean, they don't want to sell, so chances of getting him at the actual value of the player are very slim. But there's no harm in trying, is there? So Egan played badly. Who else played badly? Lang played badly. Maguire and Dolling played badly. I mean, luckily, my keeper is doing well. Kafalas, after making a terrible error, seems to have recovered his form. We need to keep an eye on that. We can't be having mistakes giving away the opposition free shots. Yeah, our corner attempts sucked, says Cold Steel. They certainly did. We are terrible at set pieces, man. That's that's just how it is. I haven't managed to find anyone to bring into the club that's good at them at this level. So we're just kind of making do with very mediocre set piece takers. So we rarely score goals from them. I even changed up the corner approach just because every time I tried to aim it into the box for a header, it was just going straight to the keeper. So now we're passing it outside of the box and just seeing if we can make something of that situation by giving it to our Brazilian midfielder. But so far, no luck there either. But at least we're not just gifting the ball straight to the opposition goalkeeper anymore. So, you know, small improvement maybe. Okay. Long has been removed from shortlist. Now, who was he? Oh, yes. I remember him. Yeah, he's got some really terrible stats, unfortunately, in amongst his good ones. Too many ones. I mean, 1 for passing, 1 for technique. just too much of a risk. So yeah, I'm fine with him running out from my short list. Oh no. I've just seen, after Gateshead, we've got Port Vale, who I expect will give us an absolute thrashing, but we'll see. Okay, so Stockport want a deal starting at £45,500. Not really within our reach, that, so let's try bringing it down to 12k, which of course they're not going to agree to, but we can try. Let's go with 30% of the next sale. How about that? They've negotiated. Oh, that's a big drop. They've gone for a big drop. This might be within reach. Okay, so let's go with like 15k, I think. How about 15k? And yeah, we'll keep it at 40%. Okay, they want 20.5 and 50% of the next sale. You see, I'm not too worried about the additional clause here. Like most of my players at this level, when they leave, they end up leaving on a free transfer usually, or running out of contract. So I'm not worried that I'll lose out by selling him, because I probably wouldn't make anything from selling him anyway. But this is what I want to bash down as much as possible. Let's try 17k. See if they'll go for that. They've gone for it. They've gone for it. Now, fingers crossed. We have to see if this guy will even talk to us, because he might not. But yeah, they're prepared to accept that offer, so we're going to go with that. And now it's down to Frank Mulhern and whether he will agree to even negotiate a contract. And there it is. I'm not currently interested in entering into contract discussions. I've not long signed a new contract. Disappointment. He could have been a great signing, and yeah, we really could use a striker right now. But it's not to be, unfortunately. Hopefully he is on my short list, though. Yeah, he is. So we'll exit talks, and maybe we'll try him again in the future. But right now, I think I just need to see if I can sign anyone up front at all. Let's filter this. No, none of these things. This is not the filter I'm looking for. No, not you. Right, let's go for player search instead. That's just confusing. Right, yeah, striker, centre, finishing. No, finishing at least 20. No chance. Finishing at least 10. First touch. Oh, what's going on? There we go. Is it most? No, is it least? There we go. Right, first touch, heading, technique, anticipate. Yeah, that'll all do. Okay, so we got that Ollie Johnson that we're checking out. What about this Dominic Knowles character? He's wanted by Telford. He looks like he might be better than Ollie Johnson. So let's see if he'll come in for a trial. Offer a trial. 4 weeks. Yes. Liam Dickinson. He's 34. Yeah, no, I don't want to sign a 34-year-old. All right, let's crack on. We did make an offer. Blah, blah, blah. Go away, press. That's all I have to say. Okay, Noel's set to go on trial. Let's bring him in, because fingers crossed he might be the man we're looking for. Coming in at a 2.5 star from the off. That's a good sign. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, look, we don't know if we're going to keep him. That's why we're taking him on trial. That's the whole point of a trial, is to see if he's any good or not. Why are you asking me these questions? All right, Gateshead. This is an important match. We're away as well. So this will be a high-pressure fixture for us. Mitchell Candlin, 16%. Yeah, no, you're not finished scouting him yet. You need to do a lot more scouting. He's a target man, so probably not the kind of striker I'll want, but it'll be good to know what to do against him when we play his team in the league. Right. So we've slipped down to 4th now. Ebbsfleet going above us on goal difference. Obviously, we've not scored in the 2 games we've played this session so far, but we haven't conceded either. So we've kept our goal difference of +8. But yeah, we're just ahead of Aldershot on goal difference, but just behind Ebbsfleet. And now Billericay and Port Vale are starting to pull away on the points. That being said, though, as long as we're in this blue zone here, I'm not expecting we'll win the league. I think that would be asking far too much. We literally just got promoted this season into this division. What I'm really looking for is to avoid relegation. So I don't want to finish down here. That is my real aim this season, realistically. But it would be nice if I could make a playoff place and give myself a chance of a one-season promotion. Having just come up, if I can go up straight away by winning the playoffs, that would be unreal. But we'll see. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. So Nexus had a quiet game. They played him as a wing back. Of course, he's going to have a quiet game. Let's speak to him about form. Yeah. Pull your socks up, Nexus. Okay, just seeing, if anyone's slagging us off in the tweets. Doesn't look like they are. Who's this? I don't know you, Mark Walker. Oh, you're one of our youths. Okay, yeah, well done. Well done for being a youth player. Same. Oh, Deshaun Bernard. He's training well. Cool. Obviously, he's not happy at being left out of the first team. He's training nicely. Current ability is now 3-star, apparently. That's a good rating. He was only 2.5 last I looked at him. But some stats going up, some stats going down. We'll have to give him a look in. Maybe bring him on. Give him a first team match again soon. It will all depend on how the form is looking across my current centre backs. Right. Macaulay Bonn. Ah, yes. We were checking him out, weren't we? Relishes big matches. Oh, that's a useful trait to have. And he's 100% scouted, playing for Leyton Orient. A team we beat soundly last session. I think we won 4-1. He's got a high work rate as well. Not so good at passing, not very smart. But he tries hard and he loves the big stage. So let's check his attributes. Okay, yeah, they look pretty damn good to me. He's got absolutely no interest in coming to the club. What's his position and role? Oh, another pressing forward. Yeah, that's good. I'm going to make sure he's on the short list, because although he's got no interest now, you never know what might happen when his contract starts running out. Mark Foden seems to be the key player for Gateshead. He is their keeper. And we know nothing about him aside from that. Well, I mean, our major problem in the last 2 games has not been the opposition's goalkeeper. It's been our striking ability. We've not put hardly any shots on target, so I doubt that keeper will have much work to do on our current form. Right, let's continue on. Okay. Gateshead are slight favourites in their own stadium. Apparently we should respect Robbie Tinkler. He's a centre-back. What's McQuaid saying? Okay, yeah, it's going to be tough for us, that's true. What's the Gateshead boss saying about the Blyth rivalry? He says, given the history between the two teams, there's an incredible hunger from the Gateshead fans to get one over on Blyth. What are the challenges facing you when preparing for a match of this magnitude? So that's BBC Newcastle. They're asking that question. And the manager's reply is, I try and approach every match in the same way, regardless of the perceived importance of it. We'll be focused on our own game and getting a good result. Fair comment. Right, okay, so Steve Watson has been surprisingly blasé about the importance of the upcoming fixture. Oh, God. Here we go. The press trying to stir stuff up as usual. All right, let's go for this. The importance of this match speaks for itself, and I was surprised to hear Steve Watson speaking so negatively about it. A win means so much more than a mere result. Let's go for that, see if it can spur my players into action to actually put some shots on target and score some goals. Pressure all on Gateshead. Okay. Right, Paul McCallum. He was playing for Eastleigh. I guess he was their key player, and we decided to check him out. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, he was the target man, wasn't he? Right, praise Luke Lyons. Let's give ourselves every advantage we can. Why is Lewis Lang training so badly over and over? This is not good. Sort your life out. O'Reilly, yes. Yeah, we're going to definitely praise O'Reilly for his training, because I want him in good spirits going into the match. And Dan Maguire as well, because Dan Maguire, for some reason, has not had a good start to this session. Let's see if praising his training will spur some life into him. Actually, can I criticise recent form? I probably shouldn't. I don't want to rock the boat. Not before this all-important rival match here against Gateshead. Okay, so Dominic Knowles, yep, he's the tri-lead. Let's make him available. Kieran Green as well. Bradley Fuster, returning to full training in 7 days. Okay, well, I'm not going to make him available for the reserves. I want to rest him up and get him fit for the first team. Cole Steele, did I miss anything? No, you missed another 0-0 draw. I don't think anything of note. Oh, hold on. Let's just see. Okay, so Josh Dolling is fine to play. Des Press, fine to play. And yeah, Bradley Fuster still not ready. And it does look like Bradley Fuster will be back from his injury before I solve the problem of another striker. Oh man, our form has dropped to decent now. Only 2 wins in the last 5 thanks to these 2 draws we've had this session. But we are slight favourites. No, sorry, we're not. Gateshead are slight favourites. But their form is inconsistent. Right. Yeah, it is what it is. We're going to have to play Dolling again, even though he's not performing too well. Let's have a look. How's the form looking on my centre-backs? It's not too terrible, is it? I'm just wondering, because Deshaun Bernard, he was... it looks like he's improved as a player, so... maybe we'll switch him for Lyons. Switch Smith out for a start, since he's only a lone player. You see, Bernard only shows up as a 2.5 if I actually put him on the field. Yeah, nah. I'm going to stick with things how they were, to be honest. Lang is the one whose form I'm worried about, but he's the captain, and he's one of our best players, so I'm just hoping that he'll sort his life out sooner rather than later. I'm just going to keep playing him through the bad form, because I think Lewis Lang on bad form still plays better than most of my other defensive options. Right, okay, this is what it's going to be. This is what it's going to be. Away we go. And it looks like Gateshead are going to be playing a 5-2-1-2 with wing-backs. It's a very similar formation to our own. In fact, it's identical to our own, at least in setup. I imagine how they play it will be a little bit different. But this is going to be a good matchup. Yeah, go out and prove a point. Come on. That seemed to get a reasonable response from the team. So Gateshead will be playing in the white and black. Blyth, of course, in the green and white. And Egan is on the ball. To Cavallo. Cavallo fluffing his pass a little there, but eventually finding Egan, who whips in a cross. Comes to nothing, though. Early highlight there for Blyth Spartans. A good start. Let's go for a demand more. Maguire on the ball, just outside the 18-yard box. Plays it to Egan, who's in acres of space. Back to Maguire, who takes a shot first time, puts it wide of the mark. And that is business as usual at the moment. Another shot, failing to find the target for Blyth. Gateshead already putting 2 on target, putting us to shame at the moment. Des Prez on the ball now. Flicks it to Egan. Egan somehow comes away with that despite the challenge from Barrow. Puts a shot on target. Good man. We'll take that, but it's tipped over the bar by the keeper, and it will be a corner for Blyth. Little takes it, whips it in dangerously, finds ahead of Sangare, but Sangare couldn't quite find the net there, and the ball was claimed by Foden. And odd minutes of football played now. We're going to go for another demand more. We have 3 shots apiece, 2 on target each, and it's just started to rain here in Gateshead. Not being too far away from Blyth at all. I expect the same kind of weather conditions. Des Prez! Oh, Des Prez with the shot there, but somehow smashing it into the keeper rather than into a space in the net. What a shame, but at least it was on target. We are seeing a marked improvement here. Michael Little skips past his man, takes another shot, which is on target. Foden tipping it away, and it looks like that will be a corner kick to Blyth. Michael Little stepping up to take it. We're doing much better this game. Much more shots on target already. Cavallo out to Little. Little with the cross, looks for Dolling. Dolling couldn't quite react to that quick enough, and the ball was knocked away by the Gateshead defence. Now we have Egan with a terrible throw there. Kicked upfield by Gateshead's Barrow, but Des Prez wins the midfield battle there, whipping it back out to Egan. Egan switching play up to the left flank. Michael Little now across to the middle. Des Prez, now Cavallo. Cavallo just punting the ball into a white shirt there, seemingly lacking in inspiration. I expect a little more flair from a Brazilian than that. Okay, what's going to come of this? Michael Little to Dan Maguire, back to Little. Little finding Des Prez. Des Prez lining up a shot and whips it in. Ooh, that looked like it was saved by the keeper there, so we will win a corner for Blyth. Little steps up, whips it in. Bond kicks it away. Kafalis claims it though. Now Little again with another chance at a corner. It comes to nothing, but so far we have 7 shots and 4 on target. It is an improvement on previous matches, so we are looking positive. Egan surging upfield on that right flank there. Unfortunately tackled by Hunter of Gateshead, who plays it to Barrow, and now Ollie. Barrow again. Barrow with the long ball, looking for Fundy. Finds him. Fundy with the shot! And a cracking effort from him. And that will be a goal to Gateshead. We have gone behind in this away fixture against our local rivals. That is disappointing, but can't really knock the play here. Good long ball, catching the defence, napping there. Fundy with the pace, getting away a free shot. And O'Reilly unfortunately unable to keep that shot out of his net. It was placed very well, low and into the left corner of the net. It's time to demand more. And it's half time. Now, we have had slightly better end of the stats, but it's not about how much ball you have or how many shots you take. It's about whether you use those opportunities or not. And Gateshead certainly made the most of theirs. Victor Fundy scoring in the 45th minute just before half time. And that will be a blow to the morale of the Blyth Spartans. I'm going to go for an aggressive bollocking since we're losing. I expect to see a much better showing from you in the second half. Yes, there we go. We got a good reaction out of that. Come on, boys. We can't lose to Gateshead. No losing to Gateshead. So far this session we've had 2 draws and what is at the moment looking like a loss. Much shakier start this time than it was last session. We had an awesome start to the season last session. But now the boys are giving me cause for concern. Still, we're a long way off relegation danger or anything like that, but we need to start getting a win under our belt soon or morale will be in the floor. Right, Egan defending well there, taking the ball upfield, goes for a long old dribble there. He's going all the way past the halfway line before passing to his counterpart on the left wing-back position, Michael Little. He's also surging forward. Back to Egan again, the 2 wing-backs making all the moves here. Now Des Prez in the middle, plays it to Little. Little back to Des Prez. And Little again. Come on, what are you going to do? Stop passing between yourselves. We need an opportunity here. It looks like we've lost momentum. Oh no, Little through. Can he put a good cross in? He finds Egan. Egan on the right wing-back position with the shot. And that brings Blyth level with Gateshead. And not a moment too soon as we hit the 58th minute here. There was a lot of messing around between Des Prez and Little before finally a fantastic cross was put in by Little, finding the right foot of Egan, who found the net. And that is a big relief to me, and I'm sure any Blyth fans. Okay, let's go for praise. Let's go for praise. See if that can spur them on to further success. Sangari picking up a yellow card. Barrow with a free kick for Gateshead. It's a dangerous looking one. Oh my God. Oh no, what a disaster that was. O'Reilly coming out well, but unfortunately Butterfingers there and failing to keep hold of the ball. And there you go, you see it slip out of his hands, and Tinkler with the follow-up, putting Gateshead in front again, just mere seconds really after we equalised. And I definitely need to demand more. Egan now on the ball, punting it upfield, looking for Maguire. Maguire claims the ball in the box, plays it out to Little. Little with a short pass to Des Prez, who has a crack at goal, but deflected off a Gateshead defender. Sangare now sending it out wide to Little. Little looking for a cross. It takes a deflection off a white shirt. And that highlight comes to an end. Sangare now with a free kick. Finds ahead of Maguire. Lyons with the follow-up. And it's over the bar. That will be a goal kick to Gateshead. There is still hope yet. There is still hope as we approach the 70-minute mark. Sangare with the defensive clearance there for Blyth. Playing it safe and well upfield. White thumping it straight back into the danger zone though. Good header from Lang. But Gateshead still in possession. Still putting pressure on Blyth Spartans here. And of course still in the lead in this game with the scoreline of 2-1. And another shot and another goal for Gateshead. It looks like it's all over. The Blyth hopes are fading as Feeney sends the ball home. His first goal of the season, assisted by Robbie Tinkler. Of course, Robbie Tinkler is scoring the second goal for Gateshead. And just compounding the misery here for the Blyth Spartans fans. Tinkler, good cross there. Feeney just unmarked with a free shot there, sending it home. And we are 3-1 down now. And this is a disaster. Show some passion, you scumbags. Come on, O'Reilly taking a free kick, playing it out to Lyons. Lyons to Little. Back to Lyons. We need to go forwards, boys. We need to get it up the field. Here we go. Egan is the man for that job as he dribbles forwards. Beats one man, beats two men, goes for a shot himself. He thinks he can go all the way, but unfortunately the shot looked very much like the shot of a defensive player as it sails well over the bar and wide as well. Barrow, oh, dangerous shot there. That could very easily have been goal number 4 for Gateshead. The team are fired up by the feedback. We're in the best position we can be in terms of morale, but we're just not getting the shots. Oh, Dan Maguire! Dan Maguire off across from Michael Little, pulls the goal back. That is the third goal of the season for Dan Maguire. Cavallo there involved in the play, putting it back out to corner taker Michael Little, who crosses first time, finding the boot of Dan Maguire, who sends it home. There is hope. There are 10 minutes remaining. The score is 3-2. I'm going to demand more as Ollie steps up to take a corner for Gateshead. Barrow on the edge of the box. Good stop there by the Blyth man. And the shots on target are even here at 7 each. But the scoreline is not. Gateshead are winning 3-2, but Cavallo wins the ball there. Surging upfield. Look at that Brazilian go. Plays a pass to Dolling. Finds him. Dolling just needs to find a green shirt. Goes for a shot instead. And wide of the mark. Unfortunately, we needed just one more pass there before the shot, I feel. And we are out of normal time and into added time now. 1 goal down away at Gateshead. We've given a good account of ourselves in the end. But it doesn't look like we're going to go away from this fixture with even a draw, let alone a win. But Maguire is in the box, takes a shot, saved by the keeper, cleared by Williams. Oh, that could have been magical. A goal this late on. Terrible throw in there by Little, unfortunately. And the ball is thumped way upfield, finding goal scorer Fundy there. Good tackle attempt from the Blyth man, but still in possession, Gateshead. Now Barrow, he's been involved in a lot of the attacking moves for Gateshead. White in space. Closed down though. Feeney with a shot. Dangerous, but straight at O'Reilly. Luckily, I'm sure he's relieved after already conceding 3 goals this match. He certainly isn't going to want to concede again. And we are in the final minute now of added time. And that ball just failing to land right for Maguire to run on. And it goes out for a throw. A throw which I'm sure Gateshead will take their time over and let that clock tick down with their 1-goal lead. White surging upfield, playing to Stewart. Stewart with the long ball. Gateshead perhaps looking for one more goal before the whistle. Not happy to settle at only winning by 1, but that's what it will be as the final whistle goes. 19 shots for us, 8 on target, but only 2 goals scored to Gateshead's 3. Unfortunate result there, but that was not our game, unfortunately. I don't know what more we could have done. We needed Bradley Fuster. That's what we needed. He might have made the difference. Don't be too hard on the team after that. All right. Yeah, they seem to respond well to that. It was a good effort. And let's bear in mind, Gateshead have been in this division a little longer than we have. They're a bit more of an established team at this level of football. But they are a local rival, and you always want to beat your local rivals. I think we gave a good account for ourselves, though. Scoring 2 goals away from home, not too bad. Shame we let so many in, though. So, yeah, results not looking great so far. So, last session, we came away with 4 wins and 1 draw. This session, so far, 2 draws and a loss. And stuff is getting tough for us in the new division of the Vanarama National. And our very next game is certainly going to be no easier as we have to play Port Vale. Port Vale are top of the league last I checked. And let's have a look. Oh, they're not now. They're not anymore, but they do have a game in hand. So let's face it, they're probably still going to be top. But Billericay are currently ahead in points, having played 1 more game than Port Vale. But we're still just about clinging on to our position in the playoff zone. Although it's looking very tenuous now as Hartlepool are equal with us on points outside of the playoffs. But only having a +4 goal difference, our +7 is keeping us ahead. Thankfully, we only lost that game by a single goal. So we've not lost too much from that result. Doyle was not playing mind games. Doyle was just trying to fire up his team. Okay, so yeah, Nexus putting in a solid display on loan at Gainsborough. That's good news. Little shines even as Blyth failed to win, and he did 2 assists for Little there. Rating of 8.8, 5 key passes. You can't really ask for too much more than that from the wing-back. He was doing well. Let's praise him for his defensive work, though, because his pass completion rate could have been higher. Don't want to mislead him. Yeah, that was not good. Not a good result. Never good to lose to the rivals, but never mind. Let's focus on the next match, and this will be a very tough match against Port Vale. What's going on? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, there we go. I think Stevie's getting a bit carried away if he thinks I was trying to get under his skin. I just answer the questions you lot ask me. There's nothing more to it than that. Yeah, go away, press. Go away. Be gone with you. Right, Port Vale. This is going to be tough. I'm going to try. I'm going to try starting out with the attacking football that we know and love here at Blyth. I'm not gonna go defensive. I'm not going to try and park the bus and just keep out goals. I'm going to try to score goals. I like exciting goal-scoring football, but the odds are, let's be realistic, that Port Vale are going to end up all over us, and I may have to switch things up during the match. We will wait and see, though. I will at least give it a good 30 minutes, I think, of attacking football before I change my mind, if I do at all. But fingers crossed, we might catch them by surprise. They might not be expecting much from us, but I was hoping my form would be a little bit better going into this match than it is. We are now going to be on pretty shaky form. As you can see here, the last 5 games, 1-2, drawn 2, and lost 1 is not great form at all, especially not since the most recent of those games were 2 draws and a loss. Right, who didn't play well? Lions, you're letting the side down a bit there, mate. Maybe I should swap him out for the next game. I'll certainly be considering it. Perhaps it's time to give Deshaun Bernard another run out. Oh, God. Oh, no. I've just seen after Port Vale, I've got Yeovil, and they're 3rd in the league. Oh, there is no let-up this session, is there? So we've got Port Vale, Yeovil, and then Torquay. Torquay are down in 22nd, thankfully, so maybe that'll be a recovery match. I mean, if I was a betting man, I would say we're expected to lose these next 2 games. So by the time we play Torquay, we're going to be on a 3-game losing streak. Well, obviously, I'm going to try to do everything I can to avoid that happening, but the odds are not in our favour against these teams. They are tough. And let's not forget, we are brand new and only just promoted to this division. So we got a good start. you know, that made things perhaps look a little bit easier than they're really going to be. So we did play some teams that were caught off guard, not expecting our style of football and not expecting us to play as well as we did, and we managed to grab some cheeky wins. But now I think we're hitting the tough games, and the honeymoon is well and truly over. Right, let's get a scout report on Terrell Thomas. Seems like he could be a decent centre back. 24 years old. There's no way we'll be able to sign him away from Port Vale, but, you know, maybe in future, if Port Vale get promoted, they might let him go on a free and sign someone better. So it'll be worth us keeping an eye on him. Yeah, praise Derby's training. Yeah, well done, whoever you are. Okay, yeah, as usual, I'll ignore the advice. Right, newly promoted by, they're up against it in their home encounter against recently relegated Port Vale. Yeah, so Port Vale are a tough team. You know, they were playing in League 2 last season with much bigger and better clubs than we have in this division. And I expect they'll be bouncing straight back up there. I don't think they'll spend more than one season down here before getting promoted. They've got a lot more quality about their team than we have. And we have a very tough game ahead of us, despite being in front of a home crowd. But we will give it our all. We will play attacking football, and we will see what comes of it for at least 30 minutes before I consider changing things up. Okay, here comes the match. This is going to be tough. And we're still, of course, without Bradley Fuster. I mean, what a period of the season to be missing our number 2 striker, the usual partner of Dan Maguire up front. It's very bad timing, that injury, but you know, there's never really a good time to have one of your best strikers injured, is there? It's just the way it goes. But he's out for another 1 to 4 days. So he will be coming back soon, but certainly not going to be ready for this match against Port Vale, and probably not going to be fit enough for the match against Yeovil either. But Michael Liddell getting in Team of the Week. No surprise there, really. He did put in a good performance against Gateshead, and Fundy for Gateshead also making Team of the Week. No surprise, he put in a good performance against us and, of course, scored a goal. All right, let's see. Leighton Egan, yeah, let's praise his form. Yep, good man. Luke O'Reilly. Not sure praising his form after conceding 3 goals is the right thing to do here, but yeah, okay, we got away with it. That's fine. Sangare, how's he going to take it? Yep, good. All right. Luke Lyons, apparently has potential to be our key player and could become slightly better than Lewis Lang. Interesting. His current form says otherwise at the moment, but you never know. He's very young though, Luke Lyons. 19-year-old Scottish lad we brought in this season, I think it was. So he's got plenty of time to develop. Right, Dolling. Yep, he's all right. Des Perez, yeah, he's all right. Bradley Fuster, obviously not all right. Very not all right. Okay, here we go. Port Vale. And they will be playing in the purple shirts. Their form is currently excellent. Ours is apparently rated as decent. I suppose we've only had 1 loss in 5 games, which is all right. It's just not good either. Okay, so we're currently 5th in the table. But we could leapfrog our way past a couple of teams if they get poor results and we actually scrape a win against Port Vale. But I'll be very surprised if we can win this match. Certainly not going to hold my breath for that result. All right, let's just have a quick look at Knowles, the guy that's on trial for us. Do you know what? I'm going to sign him. I think I'm going to sign him. Let's just have a quick look at the coach report. What are the negatives? Not great at crossing. Very one-footed, fairly poor in the air. Plays as a poacher, 3-star ability. Got good strength and stamina. Good finisher. Considered a technical player. But yeah, I'm signing this guy. I'm signing him. We are in desperate need of another striker. So what's he want? Yeah, play as a backup. He wants £275 a week. All right, how about £210 a week? How's that sound? And what about a 2-year contract? Yeah, he likes the sound of that. Okay, oh, thank you very much. What was that? Ephonics is raiding. Thank you very much for the raid. Awesome. and followed as well. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. And welcome to the stream, everyone that's just joined. We're playing as Blyth Spartans here, and things were going really well in our first season in the Vanarama National League last session. This session, results not being so good. We've drawn 2 and lost 1 so far, but we are about to play Port Vale, who are second in the league, previously first in the league. They're only second, in my opinion, due to having a game in hand over Billericay. And in my opinion, the scariest team in the division to face right now. So welcome to the stream just in time to see me get my ass kicked. But we're going to play this match, and we're going to go in attacking as promised and try our luck. So they're going to play a 4-3-3. Interesting. They're going to have a lot up front for us to contend with, but hopefully my back 5 will be able to cope. Right, remind them that there's no real pressure on us. Yeah, I'll take that advice. I like that. Yeah, because, you know, really, who's expecting us to win this match? No pressure, lads. Just go out there and enjoy yourselves. And we kick off here once again at Croft Park. And at the moment, it's not raining, but I'm sure that will change soon. Here we go. And I think I'm going to go for a super early demand more. Liddell taking the corner kick there for Blyth. Positive sign that we're getting a corner so early. Only 3 minutes played. Shows we've been attacking. Lang to Sangari. Sangari back to Lang. Finding Des Prez. Maguire. Dan Maguire looking for Liddell in space. Liddell with the cross. Looking for Dolling's head. Unfortunately defended well there by the Port Vale man at the back. Egan now surging forward. Plays it to Liddell. Liddell finds himself in space. Can he shoot? Unfortunately closed down by Nottingham. Candlin sends the ball up front, finding Piggott. Piggott on attack here for Port Vale, puts in across to Pope. Pope heads it over the bar for a goal kick, and what a let-off we had there. That could have been dangerous. Okay, so far we've not managed a single shot, apparently. But we do have a good amount of possession. 20 minutes played. Let's go for a demand more. I'm holding firm at the moment with the attacking football since we did get that early highlight. It's possible we might be able to scab ourselves a goal here. Let's see. Let's see. Come on, Blyth. Coming up to the 30-minute mark and now having to consider, do I want to change this up? 57% of the ball, though. You know, I don't want to change. I mean, I know we're not getting shots, but nor are they. Let's see where this highlight takes us. Throw in there, finding Candlin. Now Whitfield, Pope, Piggott. Good little short passing, first time passes there between the Port Vale players. Cross comes in. Ooh, close down there well by Des Prez. Now Nottingham on the ball. And that looks like the highlight is over for Port Vale. But they have another one. Whitfield whipping the ball in. And Candlin on the end of it, scoring a goal for Port Vale. And I think we are going to have to change things up a bit, aren't we? So which one was my... that's cautious, yes. I'll switch up to cautious. See if we fare any better from playing a cautious counter-attacking style. I'm usually pretty reluctant to stray from the attacking play, but in this division, against a team that's only just been relegated from League 2, we are certainly outclassed. And speaking of class, our Brazilian Cavallo there, showing his with a filthy foul on Whitfield, who takes a free kick, putting it wide of the mark, though. What a relief that was. Okay, yeah, he's getting too much space. Let's take that advice. And still, we've had not a single shot out of this match. But we are playing cautiously now. Maybe things will change. Maybe we'll catch them on the counter, catch them on the break, and scrape ourselves an equaliser before half-time. We are approaching half-time very quickly, though. Still, only a single shot put on target by Port Vale thus far, and unfortunately that resulted in a goal. But it does show that we're not completely falling over and allowing them to walk all over us. And here we go. 2 minutes of added time to play before the half-time whistle. And what am I going to say at half-time? Oh, Sangari picking up a yellow card, joining Josh Dolling there in the referee's book. What do I remember Where do I remember Joe Piggott from? That name rings a bell. He's on loan from Wigan. Okay. Looks like this referee likes to dish the cards out, doesn't he? 4 given in the first half. Right, so things not going well for us so far, although we are winning in terms of possession. That's not really worth much if you're doing nothing with that possession. So remind them that there's no real pressure on us here. Is that really what I want to go for? We're losing now, so I think I'll go for my traditional half-time aggressive bollocking. I think that's more worthwhile. Show me something else in the second half. Yeah, there we go. And yeah, that'll do. We got a good response from them as we kick off here for the second half at Croft Park. It's still not raining somehow. Miracles do happen, it seems, in the northeast. I think perhaps the rain is what we need here to reduce the skill gap somewhat. We need some messy play and some mistakes and some wrecked football pitch to stop their little short passing game from being successful. Oh, that was a dangerous looking shot from Hamalan. I have no idea how to pronounce his name. It looks Finnish to me. Right, Des Prez here with a corner for Blyth. It's a terrible corner, but it falls to Cavallo, the Brazilian. He tries his luck with a shot, and it takes a deflection going out for another corner kick. And Des Prez stepping up for Blyth here. Whips it into the box, only finding the head of Pope. Again out to Cavallo. Now Des Prez. And Des Prez unfortunately finding himself offside there. And the move comes to nothing. Sangare with a free kick right on the edge of the 18-yard box. And that so could have been a goal. But it wasn't to be as he whips it wide of the post. Now Sibley to Whitfield. Another Port Vale attack in the making here. Nottingham with the cross. Lang heading the ball away. Whitfield out to Hamalan. Hamalanen? I have no idea. Oyeleki to Nottingham. Now Nottingham. Shot blocked by Little though. Good man Little. And smashed upfield. Finding Josh Dolling. What's Dolling got in the bag here? Plays a pass to Maguire in space who hits it first time. Saved by the keeper though. That was a good opportunity to equalise there for Blyth Spartans. And what a save by Fisher. And it goes out for a corner. Terrible corner, as is tradition for us here at Blyth. And that comes to nothing but a throw-in. But what a chance for Dan Maguire there. Unfortunate not to be walking away with a goal there. It was a great pass from Dolling to find Maguire in space. And we did manage to catch Port Vale on the counter. We did manage to catch them napping, which is what I was hoping for with this counter-attacking strategy I've switched to. But it's not enough to bag as a goal. And it's not enough to equalise in this match that we are currently losing 1-0 against Port Vale. And where will that leave us in the league table? Down in 7th if this match result stands. And I've got a feeling it probably will. Egan there with a good block. What's he going to do with it? Plays it long upfield. Finding Dolling. Dolling almost beating Thomas. But bundled to the floor. Thomas calmly playing it back to his fellow defender Smith. And Smith playing it back to Fisher to safety and bringing an end to that Blyth move. And the ball is smashed upfield. Who's winning the midfield battle here? Looks like Port Vale are. And Whitfield now playing the ball to Hamalanen. Now Pigott finding Nottingham. Nottingham in space in the 18-yard box. Whitfield now with the shot. And what a shot it was. Finding the top left corner of the Blyth net there. And who can begrudge that man a strike like that? That was a fantastic effort from Port Vale. Nottingham there involved. Tries a shot for himself and it took a deflection. Oyeleki playing it square to Whitfield. Whitfield running on, hitting it first time into the top left corner of the net. And that was a fantastic strike from the Port Vale man. And unfortunately, we are now 2 goals down. Things are slipping away from us. And I'm thinking the cautious approach has not been enough. We may as well go out attacking. We may as well go out how we normally play. And 73 minutes of football played. We're switching back to the attacking strategy. We're demanding more and we're going with it. I mean, we could concede more goals, of course, but we're conceding goals with the counter-attacking strategy anyhow. So we may as well give ourselves a good chance of at least pulling one back, maybe. But let's see what occurs. Lang picks the ball up, plays it back to safety. Luke O'Reilly now, the sweeper keeper playing it out wide to Leighton Egan. Egan on the ball, thinks about it, and then plays it through to Josh Dolling. Josh Dolling through, beating the defence, taking a shot, and saved by Fisher for Port Vale. And that ball goes out for a corner. What can we make of this corner? Des Prez steps up to take it. Whipping it in, only finds the head of Nottingham, who heads away safely to Candlin. Candlin now playing it out for a throw-in. Didn't fancy his chances of beating his counterpart there. Des Prez with a free kick towards the Port Vale net, but not on target, unfortunately. And it looks like things are petering out as we approach 10 minutes remaining. Sangare. Sangare, no. No, no, no. That's not how you do it. That is not... So we're already 2 goals down here against Port Vale, and now we are down a man. 10 men remain on the field. What am I going to do about this? Can I pull Des Prez across and Cavallo back? He doesn't really like that too much, but I'd rather have him on the field playing awkwardly than off the field completely. So that's what we're going to have to do now. I'm going to switch the strategy. We're going to have to go with what? Cancel. I don't know what that's telling me. We'll just confirm the substitute first, and then I'll change the strategy while we're in game. There we go. Right, we're going back to cautious now. We have no choice here. We're a man down. We're 2 goals down. 9 minutes of normal time to play. We are not getting the win here. So we'll look at the league table in a moment, as soon as we get the next highlight. I'm just going to try my luck with a demand more. Bravo says red cards are battle medals. That's one way of looking at it. I like your thinking. Unfortunately, though, it's not going to help us score goals. Lions playing appallingly there. I mean, how... I know there's only minutes to go, but I can't leave him on the field when he's playing that badly. And that definitely means Deshaun Bernard is getting the nod right now, and probably for the next game as well. Although, why is he playing as a ball-playing defender? Oh, yeah, because this strategy is still set from when we had... what's his name? The New Zealand international in season number 1. And he was playing as a ball-playing defender. So, yeah, let's not do that. Let's change him to the defender centre. So perhaps that was causing us a problem, you know. That was probably causing us a problem. But yeah, okay. Let's give a team talk. We'll have to look into that and fix my strategies up once we come out of this match. Okay, Whitfield now on the ball, going for a shot himself there, ricocheting off the post, somehow staying out of the Blyth net. And we are approaching the full-time whistle here, as we're running out of normal time. I wonder how much added time there will be to play. 3 minutes of added time, surely not enough time for us to score 2 goals. Surely not. Do you know what? Now we're here. Now we're here. Let's just go all out. Very attacking. Des Prez hitting the post. Dan Maguire with the rebound. Oh my God. Almost pulling a goal back there. But we're going for very attacking. Cancel that. We're going all out here. Come on. Last chance to pull back a goal for dignity. See if we can get it. Egan with the throw-in now to Dolling. Dolling nods it down to Egan. Egan thinking about what to do and just pings it off a Port Vale defender, and it goes out for a throw-in. He will get another chance to make something of this as the minutes are ticking away. And that's a terrible throw. Absolutely terrible. Cafalas now to Cavallo. Cavallo to Little. What's Little got in the bag? Is he going to be the saviour? Out to Egan. Leighton Egan dribbles into the box. Looks like he's lost all momentum though. What's going on here? We haven't got the ability to do another shout. Dan Maguire! Is he onside? Is he onside? I was distracted with the shouts. No, he's offside. I thought he looked like he might be. He looked a little bit on his own out there. What a shame. I would have happily taken that consolation goal and a 2-1 loss against Port Vale. The team who, in my mind, are probably going to win the division. But it looks like it's not to be. We are going to lose by 2-0. Michael Little picking the ball up at the back, playing to Luke O'Reilly, smashing it upfield, but it looks like the will to win has gone from the Blyth team now. And the passing is looking very lacklustre. Still defending, but there are seconds until that whistle goes. The ref should have already blown up He hasn't yet. What's going on here? Is this a replay of that offside? Yeah, you can see I've got 2 men offside here. What a shame. What an absolute shame that was. And there is the full-time whistle. We lose 2-0, but do you know what? It was on the cards. It was to be expected. The most thing I'm disappointed about, really, is Sangare picking up that red card, as it will mean he will have some form of suspension to contend with. Tell the boys that they did well and their efforts were excellent. Really? Is that really what I should be saying here, Tony? Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? I suppose they are a much better team. Let's go with it. Yeah, it seemed to get a relatively decent response. Although 3 of them switched off after the assistant talk, but never mind. We'll go with it. So Yeovil next, and Yeovil. Oh man, that's gonna be a tough game. It's gonna be a tough game. They were sitting in 3rd previously, but it looks like they've just lost to Billericay. Yes, they have. 2-0 being the scoreline, and that puts Billericay top. However, Port Vale could still be top if they win their game in hand. So it's certainly looking the league title is going to be between Port Vale and Billericay as things stand right now. We are just about clinging on to a playoff position in the league table right now, but our goal difference has been obliterated recently. We were previously on a +8 at the start of this session, now ground down to only a +5. And we need to start winning games, but I don't think we're going to be winning games against, not against Port Vale and not against Yeovil, in my opinion, either, but we will do our best. He's been given a 1-match ban. Yeah, okay, let's give him a warning. Oh dear, Sangare. He's one of our best midfielders, so it's a shame to be without him. And you know what? We need Bradley Fuster back. That is what we need. That's the boost we need. And I'm not sure he's going to be fit for the Yeovil game. But perhaps he will be fit for the Torquay game. And as I pointed out, that will be our recovery match. Torquay currently sitting solid bottom of the division there, having only won 1 match and claimed 3 points all season. So I reckon we can beat them, if no one else. Right, let's carry on. Let's get this Yeovil Town match out of the way. And then we can get to the business of recovering our results and our morale by taking on Torquay. Hopefully, like I said, with Bradley Fuster returning. So, Yeovil. Ooh. Yeah, okay, interesting stuff. Let's crack on, though. I wonder who their key man's going to be. I've just noticed that follow. Bravo433, thank you very much for the follow. Sorry I didn't mention it earlier. The trouble with when I'm playing Football Manager is the crowd noise tends to drown out my notification sound, so I do tend to miss it. So apologies for not mentioning it sooner, but thank you very much for that. Okay, here we go. Yeovil Town. And yeah, Torquay will be an away match, but still not too worried by that. Omar Sawunmi. That's a tough one to pronounce. But he looks to be the key player at Yeovil. No nonsense centre back. All right, let's scout him out. Let's get a scout report. You never know. He might be someone to sign in future since he's a key player at this level. Right, Blyth faced the impossible. Yeah, so... that reminds me. Tactics need fixing up, don't they? So, we had version 2. And I wanted to... Yeah, I need to switch that. Central defender. Defend is what I want there. What even is version 3? I don't even remember. Oh, yeah. Yes, I do. What even is version 3? I don't remember. Oh, that's balanced. Okay, yeah, right. Okay, well, we're going back to version 4, which is the attacking. I do like attacking. But I'm pretty sure that's not going to work too well for us against Yeovil. Didn't work out well against Port Vale, but I don't know. Like we were kind of keeping the goals out. We only went down by 1 goal, I think. Right, Dominic Knowles has agreed to join the club. Awesome. So... we now have a second backup striker, which we were in desperate need for. Unfortunately, we didn't get it in time for this period without Bradley Fuster. And Josh Dolling, although he started off well, scoring a goal in his first match, replacing Fuster, He's been very, very underwhelming in the next bunch of games. Not scoring at all, not really providing much. But yes, we have signed poacher Dominic Knowles. He's a 3-star. Let's have a look at his stats. As you can see there, reasonable finishing for this level. Decent natural fitness and stamina. I mean, his pace and acceleration aren't amazing, but not bad mental skills. And also you can take penalties, which can come in very handy. So we're going to ask Nathan Buddle to welcome him to the club. Right, let's do some praising quickly. Egan, yeah, right. Praise training. And criticise Connor Oliver. You suck. And Dolling, man, you need to do better or you're going to find yourself transferred at the end of the season. And what's he done for us so far this season? So 4 appearances, 2 goals. I mean, yeah, that could be worse. It's not completely terrible, but it's not amazing either. He's not setting the world alight, is he? Okay, let's crack on. Yeovil Town, here we come. This is an away match. Dominic Knowles. Do you know what? I might just play him. Yeah, I'm not going to make him available for the reserves. I'm just going to play him. Bradley Fuster, what state is he in right now? Returning to full fitness imminently. Maybe I'll make him available for 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Hopefully he won't get injured, but I would like to try to get his match fitness up a little in a reserve game. Deshaun Bernard, I'm going to make him unavailable for this because I think he deserves a match in the first team. I was a little bit concerned with the performance of Lions in that last game. The 19-year-old Scottish lad, he's done well for us so far since he got brought into the club, but he did have an absolute stinker last game. Right, so this is going to be a confusing one because we're playing against Yeovil, who will be wearing green and white, but rather than our lovely stripes, they'll be wearing green and white hoops. And Blyth will be wearing the away kit of the slightly off-white with the tiny little thin green lines that you can't really see in this game. Yeovil are in strong form. Our form is fair. I wouldn't really call that fair. I would call that piss poor, to be honest. In the last 5 games, we've only won 1 match, drawn 2 and lost 2. So very concerning here, playing one of the toughest teams in the league who have made a pretty good, strong start. And yeah, defensive relationships not looking good here, are they? Not looking good at all. Perhaps Kefalis is the problem, but we'll leave him be a little longer. Lions is my centre back in the worst form, so we're going to bring Bernard on. Good old Deshaun Bernard played well for us last season. He's losing a few stats, but gaining in others. And Sangare has to come off due to his suspension. So Kieran Green, I believe, will be taking his place. Last season's captain, this season's vice-captain. And that means Connor Oliver, I think, gets the nod on the subs bench. And there it is. In fact, no, he won't, because Sean Reid is going to be my reserve for midfield. And I'm going to put Knowles in for Dolling. So Dolling will return to his usual place on the bench. And Knowles is getting a nod, literally just signed for the club and already playing a first-team match. Not generally the best idea, but we're desperate here. Things have not been going well between Maguire and Dolling, so Dominic Knowles getting the nod immediately just to see if he can, well, I don't know, impress us in his debut against a team that we're very unlikely to beat. Okay, I think we're good to go now. So we got Green in, Des Perez, yeah, defense looks fine. Yep, okay, let's go. Submitting team. Dominic Knowles is not, yeah, I know he's not match sharp. We're going with it anyhow. We've got Dolling on the bench in case we need to give Knowles a rest in the second half. So he's going to take the number 26 shirt. And here we go. Hey, Hotto, how you doing, mate? Yes, Le Football. That's right. Although I'm offended by that reference because it was invented by the English, not the French. So therefore it's the football, our football, my football. Right, where was I? Let's have a look. So 4-2-3-1 wide is what Yeovil will be playing. That is a tough formation to play against, but I have faith in my system. The 5-2-1-2. All right, here we go. No real pressure on us. That didn't really work out so well against Port Vale, did it? But all right, we'll go with it. Not a good response from the team there. And we kick off here at Yeovil. And it's raining. That's a condition we're used to. But this is going to be a tough match to follow due to both teams largely being in white with little bits of green. But I will do my best. So Diallo now with a free kick for Yeovil, finding Fiorini, now East. Duke McKenna. Out wide to Adu Petra, I think that said. I will get used to the names. Cavallo now for Blyth, taking the ball upfield with a good through ball, finding Newman Knowles one-on-one with the keeper for his first shot as a Blyth player, and not a bad effort. He was charged down well there by the Yeovil goalkeeper. Good movement from him there, getting on the end of that through ball, and it looks like a good start to his Blyth career. Let's hope he can get a goal. And that was a promising start there for the attacking strategy. Let's go for a demand more. 65% of the possession so far in the first 10 minutes going our way. And the goal kick happens, and Des Perez picks it up in midfield for Blyth. Surging forward, finding Cavallo, the Brazilian taking a shot there. Unfortunately, straight at Thomas, Yeovil's goalkeeper, and that will go out for a corner. And that will be taken by Kieran Green. Kieran Green, famed for his appalling corners for my team, takes yet another appalling corner. Now McDonald on the ball for Yeovil Town, taking the ball upfield. And closed down well there by what I think was Cavallo. It could have been Deshaun Bernard, to be fair. Okay, another highlight for Blyth. Lang with a free kick. That looked like it took a deflection, and it did. So that will be a corner to Blyth Spartans. And Michael Little will step up to take it. Whips it in dangerously, looking for Dan Maguire, but claimed well by Thomas there. Denying the header opportunity at goal. Now East for Yeovil. Dangerous stuff. And the move is not yet over. Sawumni, my God, how am I going to say that name frequently? I'm going to mess it up every time. Apologies to the real life man. I can't say your name. I'm terrible at pronouncing things sometimes. Maguire taking the ball upfield there, but trying to run too far on his own and eventually losing possession. Diallo with a throw for Yeovil to McDonald. Back to Diallo. He's already picked up a yellow. Des Perez there, the American, with a great tackle. Finding Maguire, but Maguire immediately dispossessed by the Yeovil midfield there. McDonald to Gray. Fiorini in the middle. East finding Duke McKenna. Duke McKenna with an absolute sitter there, thanks to the defensive error from the Blyth man there. I can't quite see his number. I'm not sure who that was, but whoever it was, he's in serious trouble if I find out. And, well, capitalising successfully from the error there was Duke McKenna. Here we go. The slide there, just setting him up beautifully for a free shot on goal. And Luke O'Reilly helpless to stop that thunderous strike from Yeovil man Duke McKenna. Oh, who is that? Who is that? Oh, I can't quite see the number. Can't quite see the number. He is onside, Duke McKenna, and the goal will stand. And that is not good for us. But as I said, I'm not expecting us to be able to win this game. I am going to give it our best, though. And I think I might stick with the attacking football this match, since it didn't really help us to switch last game. It depends how the highlights go. We'll see. Tackle attempt there by Liddle. Oh, another defensive header error there. Duke McKenna on the ball, the goal scorer. Cross claimed out of the air by Luke O'Reilly. Now, where's he going to send it? He goes for the kick, straight up the middle. Fails to find a white shirt. Cavallo now winning the battle in midfield, playing it to Dan Maguire. Maguire out wide left to Michael Liddle, the wing-back, playing it back to Des Perez. Des Perez switching play up. Leighton Egan on the right. Crosses to Dan Maguire, who hits it first time. And that was quite a strike, and an equally good save from the Yeovil keeper there. And that will go out for a corner. Kieran Green steps up to take it. And is that a penalty? No, it's a free kick to Yeovil. I heard the whistle, I got excited, but it was all for naught. No free equaliser for us. Fiorini now on the ball for Yeovil, plays it to Gray. to McDonald. McDonald runs past his man. That was dangerous there. Apparently coming to nothing. We're going to go for a demand more as we approach the half-time whistle. And being only a goal down isn't such a bad place to be in, away at Yeovil. A clearly superior team to our own. Things could be going a lot worse, let's say. We have every chance of maybe scraping ourselves an equaliser in the second half. We have actually had the lion's share of the shots. We've had more shots and more shots on target here, giving us definitely some hope for the second half that we might be able to get ourselves an equaliser. So let's go into the dressing room. Yeah, let's sympathise with the boys. Yeah, they like that. Hand over to assistant. Yeah, end team talk. That advice was good. Well done, Tony McQuaid. Right, Kafalis now on the ball, playing it to Kieran Green. Back to Kafalis. Kafalis going for the long ball approach, looking for Knowles. Almost finds him. Unfortunately, that goes out for a throw-in. And now we have a throw-in for Yeovil deep in the Blyth half. And Gray is on the edge of the box. He tries a shot on goal there, but it was very, very much wide of the mark. And no joy for him, of which I am very glad. We desperately need to get ourselves a highlight here. I've demanded more, the classic. Des Perez is looking anxious. Cavallo pressured by the feedback, but we do have a few good results from it. Still, nothing has happened so far. What to do? Maybe go for encourage? Is that going to get us anything? Fired up by the feedback. All right. Some of them have responded well to the encouragement. So we see Ryan Johnson coming on for Yeovil in place of Neild. Sawunmi. Okay, I think I've got it. Sawunmi. I think I've got it. We're all good. Half the difficulty is I don't get very many opportunities to read it while it's staying still, because I'm trying to read it while all the names are moving around. It's hard to focus on it sometimes. But here we go. Michael Little. Punting the ball upfield, looking for Dan Maguire to run through. He beats his man. He takes a shot on goal. It's spilled by Thomas, but he does keep it out of the net and then reclaim before anyone can capitalise on that rebound. And that looked promising, though. There is definitely still hope for this Blyth team, as the midfield battle is won once again by Blyth. And another through ball occurs. Knowles, one-on-one with the keeper, looks for the slot in, but unfortunately the outstretched arm of Thomas keeps it out of his net. And we have some players looking pretty tired now. Leighton Egan, I think I should probably sub him. Let's go to tactics. We are in the dying minutes of the game. Let's get some fresh legs on. Leighton Egan has played really well so far this season. He's been improving nicely. We signed him as a very young man. He's now 20 years old. Stats don't look great, but it's not all just about stats. Sometimes performance can make up for it. Wes Atkinson, he was a new signing this season. Able to play wing-back for us just about at a scrape. As you can see, he's not completely comfortable at it. He's unconvincing, but he will do as a substitute. So he looks happy, thanks to that little pep talk. And he's coming on for the dying minutes of the game. We have 1 minute of normal time to play, but perhaps he can make something. Perhaps he can make something of it. Right, demand more. Come on, please. Let's get an equaliser. Let's go all-out attack. Very attacking. I've already gone for demand more, so I can't go for a push forward. But yeah, we're going all out. Nothing to lose here. We're already a goal down. And there goes the final whistle. Oh, well, it wasn't to be. As I said, I expected a loss against Yeovil, but looking at the stats on paper, it looks like we were kind of robbed there. I think we at least deserved a draw out of this. 13 shots, 10 on target, so they're 9 and 4 on target. We are fouling a lot, though, because, yeah, we're playing very oppressive football. But, yeah, 51% of the possession, you know, it's about 50-50. But, you know, we had the chances. We just weren't burying them, unfortunately. But a promising-looking start for Dominic Knowles in his first match for the club. I wasn't too disappointed with that. It would have been nice if he managed to score with his first touch, but it wasn't to be. Yeah, we'll tell them they did well. That was a tough team and an expected loss. We'll take it. Cold Steel saying maybe some bench time will help Dolling's outlook. Yeah, perhaps. He's spent most of his career at the club on the bench, though, to be fair. You'd think he'd be, you know, roaring and ready when he does get an opportunity, but yeah, not to be, unfortunately, while Bradley Fuster was out. And we have now slipped out of the playoff positions. 15 points, 3 points behind the teams in the playoffs. But let's bear in mind this is our first season in this division, and the target we're going for is to not get relegated. So with that in mind, things are looking pretty positive. Could be a lot worse. That being said, though, I'm not an easy man to please, and that just isn't good enough for me. I at least want playoffs out of this, as unrealistic as that might seem. And this session's results, 2 draws and 3 losses. Oh, my God. But yeah, now, things are looking up, though, because we've got Torquay, who are solid bottom of the league last I looked. We're playing them away, but they've been having much more of a nightmare than us. So we will continue on, and hopefully this will be a morale booster. Yeah, they're still currently bottom of the league, Torquay United. And let's hope our attacking style of football is going to compound their misery and hopefully get us a win that will be much needed after this little string of results. We will definitely need to get the morale of the side back up. All right, we're good to go. Voice is not dead yet. Okay, Fuster has returned to full training. That's good news. He's been out for 3 weeks with that ankle injury, I believe it was. And yeah, twisted ankle. Let's see, has he lost any stats? It looks like he's taken a bit of a dive in dribbling, tackling and jumping reach. Not sure how he's lost jumping reach. I guess, yeah, I suppose you do use your ankles for jumping, don't you? Wondering, maybe he's lost an inch in height. Let's hope not. He's short enough. Right, here we go. Let's bust through the emails. Dan Maguire not playing well, apparently. Obviously, we'll need a bit of time to get used to another new strike partner in the form of Knowles, but the partnership he had going on with Dolling was not good. Hold a team meeting. Yeah, okay. We knew this was coming. Morale is low. Really keen to ensure our heads don't drop. Things haven't been going away, but we've got the ability in this squad to change our fortunes. Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, all good. Yeah, assertive. Really pleased you all agree. Good lads. Good lads. Right, who's James Cottrell? Another youth player, I guess. Yeah, well done, youth player. Great trade. What on earth is that face? Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Where is he? Cottrell. Jesus, those eyebrows. They're a bit savage, aren't they? Yeah, the the regen engine that produces the faces for this game needs work. Sports Interactive, like some of the faces it produces are quite bizarre looking. It has to be said. I mean, I'm not expecting all the players to look like Cristiano Ronaldo or anything, but you know, at least try to make them look a little more realistic. Otto says those eyebrows could stop a ball in its tracks. Yeah, could probably stop a freight train. Right. Oh yes, let's check the scouting report on Torquay. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So generally, the goalkeeper's good, is what that's telling me. Hopefully that won't matter too much because it seems the defenders in front of him are absolutely useless, judging from their league position. So fingers crossed we'll be slamming loads of goals past them. Right, just double check we are on the correct strategy. Yes, we are. Good news. Cold Steel says their keeper played well, stopped some point-blank shots. Yeah, I think you're right there, Steel. Yeah, definitely. They're staring at some smaller paychecks next season. I always try to reduce my players' paychecks between seasons. You don't really get to see me do that because the contract renewal is generally pretty boring. So I try to do it off stream. But yeah, I'm always trying to squeeze them down because that's one of the things you've got to make the most of is your meager amount of money with clubs at this level, and you've got to try and scrape on by and talk your players into taking tiny little pay cuts where you can. There's always some that want more though. There's always some. And so that generally obliterates any saving you make by reducing some players' contracts. Right, who's this? Terrell Thomas. Oh yeah, he was the centre back we were checking out, weren't we? Oh, he looks pretty good. He's playing at Port Vale, isn't he? So there's no chance of signing him, but I think we're going to keep scouting him because he will. He will go on the shortlist for potentially next season. If Port Vale go up, they might let him go in favour of signing someone better. So it'll be worth keeping an eye on him. He definitely is going to be a fantastic defender at this level. I'm not sure we'll be able to convince him, but you never know. Took us a couple of seasons to sign Cavallo and Des Prez. They were players we had our eye on since season 1. So you never know. It's worth keeping players on the shortlist sometimes and bringing them in the future. Right, Torquay, come on, roll on, Torquay. Let's get this match going. I'm looking forward to this. This should be a win. This should be a morale booster. Is that true, Hotto, or are you just making that up? Torquay United to star a new sport-inspired Netflix series called Losers. The story of the Gulls' famous Great Escape of 1987 will reach a worldwide audience on March the 1st. My God, that must be real then. You're not even joking, are you? They're actually going to do it. I was alive in 1987. I was a whole, 6 years old at that point. So, unfortunately, I don't remember their Great Escape. But that sounds worth watching if you're into football. Oh my God. It's true, he says. Yeah. I'm going to have to check that out, man. Okay, right. Key player for Torquay, not that it's probably going to matter much, is Kyle Cameron. And we will check him out. Again, Scottish central defender here. We're going to check him out because, there's a very good chance Torquay are going to get relegated. And so they might be a good team to raid for any quality players that might be wanting to stay at this level of football. So we're going to get a scout report on their star man, Kyle. And let's move on. We'll look at the scout meeting later. Harry Darling, I remember checking him out previously. He looked like he's got a good star rating there. What's Torquay's goal difference like? Bad. Really, really bad still. Let's have a look. Where have they gone? Have they moved up? Oh no, sorry, I need to scroll down. I'm looking at the league table like, what? Why can't I see them? Because it only goes down to 17th place. Scroll down, there we go. So they're on a minus 17 goal difference. That is incredible stuff. For having played only 10 matches, they have a goal difference of minus 17. One match won. Who did they beat? Oh, you're kidding me. You are having a laugh. So the one match they won was against my local rivals, Gateshead, who we recently lost 3-2 away from home against. Wow. Okay, so they can beat Gateshead, but apparently they can't beat anyone else. They've played some tough teams, to be fair. They have played some tough teams. But let's hope we can compound their misery. So Torquay are only slight underdogs against us, and they are in the home stadium. So, here we go. Let's get this going. Hotto says, lol, not much has changed in 30 years. Poor Torquay. Poor Torquay. We were scouting Omar Sawunmi. Oh no, I've lost it. I had it and I've lost it. Sawunmi. And he looks like a damn quality player. Look at him. Attributes shaping up nicely. We're going to continue scouting this guy. He looks like he's going to be good. Let's keep scouting. Of course, he's got no interest in us, but you never know. That might change. You never know. All right, let's praise Leighton Egan. Good lad. And Ollie Johnson. No, I'm not going to criticise you. You're only on trial, and we're getting rid of you at the first opportunity because, unfortunately, Ollie Johnson was one player I was looking at to see if I could bring him in as a striker. But if you look at his pace and acceleration, you'll see he's got 5 for pace and 6 for acceleration. That's terrible for a striker. He's no use to me. Not as a poacher anyway, which is his primary role. You need speed you need speed to be a poacher, and this man just does not have it at 32 years of age. He has lost his legs, as they say. Yeah, their defence is really bad, Cold Steel. They are shocking, apparently. So we've got every chance of banging some goals against them. Right, Dominic Knowles, he's picked, yeah, Sangare. Is Sangare still suspended, or was it just a single match suspension? Looks like he might be back already, you know. Interesting. Praise Potts training. All right, well done, Alan Potts. I mean, look at that. That's not the face of a human. What is this? What is this? All right, okay. Torquay United. And maybe we've got Sangare back from suspension. Although usually a red card results in a 2 or 3 or sometimes longer match suspension. Bradley Fuster. Oh, he's passed his fitness test. We can play him for 75 minutes if we want. His match sharpness is not great, but Bradley Fuster's back. This might be a good game to bring him on for. Okay, look at this. Oh, no. So, Torquay's current form is woeful. 5 losses back-to-back. But so is ours. 2 draws and 3 losses. So, yeah, we shouldn't be feeling too cocky about this game, should we? Even though we are playing what look to be the worst team in the division right now. Still, I think we can pull this off. I think we've got this. How did Bernard do? Average rating, only a 6.55 at the moment. And what was that? He played a 6.4. Maybe Lyons' 1 match on the bench will have bucked his ideas up. So we'll give him the nod. We'll bring him back in. Okay, what else do I want to do? Well, Dolling, sorry, mate, you're not even making the bench now because Bradley Fuster is going to make the bench. We'll not start the match with him because I quite like the idea of giving this Knowles chappie another run. He was doing pretty good work in that last match. Let's just double check that they're not better off the other way around. Yeah, no, I'd rather Dan Maguire suffers because he can cope. We'll have Knowles as the poacher. All right. So I do want to make another change, and that is I'll swap Kieran Green out for Sangare because it does look like Sangare just had a single match suspension. Don't know how he got away with that, but apparently this time his red card wasn't as bad as they usually are. Right, so we've once again got that good midfield partnership of Sangare and Des Perez, 2 of our strongest players. And Lang being another one of our strongest players. Dan Maguire as well, although he doesn't look as good as he currently is because he's playing in a role he's not so perfect at. He's normally better as a poacher, but Knowles can't really play as a pressing forward very well. So this is how it's going to be. But a little bit concerned about this defensive relationship stuff going on here. Obviously, Lang and Lyons doing well, but Kafalis, the new signing, the half-Greek player that we signed here, not gelling too well with his teammates either side of him. But we'll give him the benefit of the doubt for now. We'll give him a little bit longer to settle into it. Knowles is lacking in match sharpness. Yeah, that's fine, because we've got Bradley Fuster waiting on the bench for an opportunity when Knowles gets tired. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing if Bradley Fuster can score in his first game back. Although, I'm a little bit concerned, because a season or 2 ago, I think it was a season ago, he got injured, and when he came back, it took him quite a long time to warm up. And in fact, he never really did reach the form of his first season. Bradley Fuster was, of course, the league top goal scorer in season number 1 for us. And since then, he got injured. He's not quite been the same. So maybe that injury knocked his form off him, and this injury will knock him back into form. We can only hope. And we have kicked off here down in Torquay. Should be sunny. It's in the south of England. It's a common holiday destination for some. But yeah, apparently not the best football team in Britain. Possession looking all right for us in the first few minutes. I'm going to go for a demand more nice and early. See if we can spur some action into the players. Cole's still saying bringing Fuster in for the second half might inspire Maguire too. It might just. You never know. It's they do have a good partnership. Cavallo now to Des Perez on the edge of the box. The American taking a shot there, but unfortunately bouncing out for a corner kick off the deflection. Oh, look at that. They got a screen. Look at these guys. They've obviously got some money about them. Kafalis now on the ball on the edge of the box, pushed over by Haugland, and the referee will have a word in his ear. That was a bit of a cynical challenge there. No card though, gets away with it. And Liddell steps up to take the free kick on the edge of the 18-yard box. Not a bad effort, but it did sail over the bar. At least it wasn't smashed into the wall though, we'll give him that. Okay, I'm going for another demand more. No, we're not playing short passing play. We play direct attacking football. This is England. This is not Spain. This is not Italy. We play attacking football. None of that tiki-taka stuff. Egan with a cross into the box there. Sangari picking up the loose ball from the defensive effort. Egan now to Brazilian Cavallo. Egan, what on earth was that? Was that a shot? Was that a cross? Oh, it took a deflection. All right, we'll let him off. We won a corner off that. But Jesus, that was nowhere near the goal, was it? Good defensive effort there by Torquay. And, yeah, their defence aren't looking as terrible as we'd hoped. I mean, they've not put a shot on target, their attackers. But so far, we've only put a single shot on target. We've only had 4 shots in 37 minutes of football. Oh, no, Sangari picking up a yellow. And I did notice before this game, he was 1 yellow card away from a suspension. So Sangari back for 1 match before being suspended all over again. This time not due to getting a red card, but due to his yellow card total. He really needs to be a little bit less aggressive as a player. Now, this is looking concerning to me, because Torquay are not looking down and out. This does not look like a team that's bottom of the division. But then again, my team is not on good form either. Oh, that ricochets off the bar. Comes back out and buried by Kyle Cameron. And I believe is that the guy we were checking out? Yeah, I think we're scouting Kyle Cameron. We are. That was the Scottish defender. And Diaz here with the corner for Torquay. Off the head of Rydell. It hits the bar, and Cameron just picking up the rebound there while the keeper was down and out and scoring a goal for Torquay. We are now 1 goal down. This is terrible. What a run of games we're having here. This is supposed to be the morale booster. You were supposed to return balance to the force, not destroy it. Oh no, this is bad. Come on, we can do this. We've demanded more. Oh, Desprez picks up a yellow, showing his frustration. Sangari, yeah, we definitely need to tell Sangari to ease off tackles. Oh, I can't follow the feedback at the moment. Right, yeah, I mean, there's no 2 ways about it. This is the aggressive half-time bollocking they deserve. And there we go. Let's send them out with their ears ringing and hope that an improvement is made. Right, always press Diaz and ease off tackles Sangari. Yes, please. What is going on here? We're just not getting into the game, are we? I think. Oh, how long do I leave Knowles on before I bring Fuster on? I think we'll give it till 60 minutes. I don't want to have Fuster play too much of this match, as he is, you know, only just recovered from injury, and he could aggravate his injury if he's not careful. Cold Steel asking, did you bring Fuster in? Not yet, but definitely considering it soon. And what's happening here? What's happening? Yeah, no, it's not happening for us, is it? Okay, I'll bring him on in the 50th minute then, which is a little earlier than I really wanted to. So we will have Fuster playing as the pressing forward. Dan Maguire will return to his favourite role of poacher, and we're definitely going to give Bradley a talk. But first of all, let's see, do I need to take anyone else off? Leighton Egan is having a nightmare, and he's on a yellow card. He's playing a 6.3. That's appalling. I'm going to take him off. We'll give Wes Atkinson the nod. And yeah, disappointing stuff generally from the team. Let's give these 2 lads a talk. Yep, you've got what it takes. Fuster looks happy, and Atkinson is deep in thought. Come on, lads, make the difference for us. I can't believe we're a goal down to bottom of the league, Torquay United. This is not what I hoped for. Bradley Fuster is on the field, though. Will the former club talisman be able to change our fortunes? And the corner comes in. Cavallo, the Brazilian, taking a shot from the edge of the box, but it's just wide of the mark. And we're getting very used to seeing that happen from his long shots. He needs to start finding the target and start scoring goals again. All right, we've gone for a demand more. Everyone except for Atkinson is looking focused by that feedback. Des Prez, yeah, ease off tackles, mate. Don't get sent off. But Dan Maguire picking up a yellow. Now Michael Little finding Bradley Fuster. Back to Little. Now Des Prez on the ball. Crossing to Atkinson. Where's Atkinson? Just coming on as a sub, but not really impressing me there with that effort. He was closed down very quickly. I'll give him that, but I expected more. That could have done with a quick cross back into the danger zone and hopefully a goal, but it's not to be. And there are now only 11 minutes of normal time left, and I don't think we're going to get the goal we want here. I'm gonna stay the course, and remain on attacking football though. I'm not quite prepared to go all out, or am I? Or am I? Can I do a shout yet? No. Well, we'll stick on this until I'm able to do a shout. All right, now I can. All right, yeah, we're going all out. We're going all out. Rolling the dice. We're going push forward. Very attacking. Throwing bodies at the goal. Let's see if we can scrape ourselves a draw against bottom of the league Torquay. Atkinson! Yes! Yes, it worked. It worked. And I was just complaining about being unimpressed with him since coming on as a sub, and there he is scoring an equaliser in the 86th minute. Bradley Fuster involved as well with the cross, volleyed on his left foot by Atkinson into the corner of the net, beating Torquay's keeper, and that is the goal we wanted. That is the goal we needed. We have equalised, so we will at least take 1 point away from this match, but it's not over yet. We're going for another push forward. We're staying on very attacking, and we are hoping for another goal in added time. Here we go. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. You can do it. And it was very satisfying to see the two substitutes we brought on there making all the difference. Bradley Fuster with the assist and Wes Atkinson with the goal. Although one would expect it to be the other way around, with Atkinson being the wing-back and Fuster the striker. But I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take anything at this point. Now we've won a corner kick. Oh, don't make it a nothing. Oh, it's a nothing corner kick. And the seconds are ticking away. Oh, 20 seconds to go. Diaz steps up with a free kick for Torquay. Now Winter, back to Diaz. Close him down, close him down. Now catch him on the break. Come on, Maguire surging upfield, not willing to give up the ghost just yet. Seconds of this match remaining. The tackle comes in, and there goes the full-time whistle. We're not going to get the winning goal, but we do manage to take an equaliser in the 87th minute, courtesy of Wes Atkinson. And again, on paper, I feel like we could have done better. We had a really, really good amount of possession, but those shots on target, so disappointing. So disappointing. I'm going to have words with my strikers, I think, because they're letting the side down at the minute. Yeah, that was a tough result to take. That was tough. But at least we got a point. That's more than we've taken out of the last three matches, so I'll have that. Oh, dear. What a game, though. What a game. I thought it was all over. I thought we were actually going to lose to bottom of the league Torquay United. And somehow, the substitutes came together to scrape us a draw in the dying minutes. And that puts us on to 16 points. We are currently on a +4 goal difference. Look at Port Vale. There you go. I mean, this is why I singled them out as being the team that I expect to win the division. Goal difference of +20, top of the league. Only drawn one and lost one game all season. They're looking like the team to beat, so there's no shame in us losing to them. Yeovil as well, doing very well, only having lost 2 games all season, 23 points, +10 goal difference. And it looks like Ebbsfleet are going to be a scary team to face too. And, of course, Billericay. Billericay fighting it out with Port Vale for the #1 spot. But Torquay will remain bottom of the league, although we have now given them a draw. Their only draw of the season so far against Blyth Spartans. The shame of it. Oh, my God. Right. So, Blyth rescue a late draw. We certainly did. Nexus turned in a performance of the highest quality while he's out on loan at Gainsborough. Good man. He got an 8.4. Good stuff. Okay. Yeah, we'll just leave him to it. Oh, no. We're now 6 matches in a row without a win. Oh, look at that. Oh, depressing stuff. Loss. Oh, sorry, draw, loss, draw. Oh, what a session! What a session! Right, we're going to press on. We're going to press on. We need a win here. We're against Barrow next. They're 20th in the league. They are also way down the table. We've got a good chance of being able to beat them. Fingers crossed. Let's hope we can. Oh man, yeah. Torquay. I can't believe we almost lost to Torquay. I'm gonna have to watch that Netflix show though. That sounds really interesting, Hotto. Looking forward to it. GWFM is raiding with a party of 6. Thank you very much, mate. Good to see you again. How you doing? I hope you had a good stream, and thank you very much for the raid. Right, who are we checking out here? Dan Cohen, contracted to Stockport. What was he? Oh yeah, a potential wing back, but yeah, no, he's not going to make the grade, is he? 100% scouted now. What's his attributes? Crossing 9. Yeah, no, not impressing me enough. Candlin, Mitchell Candlin. We were checking him out. I suppose I don't really need to anymore since I've selected a striker and signed one. So, good star rating though. But he's on loan, as you can see from Warsaw there. Yeah, doesn't look like we'll be getting him. That Harry Darling's definitely worth keeping an eye on, though. Right, yeah, Sangare has reached his yellow card limit and has picked up a 1-match ban after collecting 5 yellow cards. So we're going to have to do without him for the next game. But at least it's just a 1-match. But he's playing off and on at the moment. Played a game, suspended for a game. Played another game, suspended for another game. Yeah, he needs to sort his life out. Right, how are things looking? Leighton Egan played terribly. Okay, yeah, I ended up subbing him off in the end, didn't I, for Wes Atkinson, who came on and scored a goal at right wing back, which was good stuff. Yeah, I'm not too bad, thanks, GW. Not too bad. Although my results are appalling. we got promoted. We played our first session in this league last session, and it was looking really promising. We won all but one of our games, I think. We drew one and won the rest, and it looked like a fantastic start. I thought, wow, you know what? First season in the Vanarama National, and we've got a good chance of making a playoff place. And then this session happened, and so far we have drawn, then lost, then lost, then lost, then drawn. That's this session. So not going so well, although we have played some tough matches. We played local rivals Gateshead. We lost 3-2. It was close, but we're away from home, and the home advantage was just too much for us to overcome. We lost to Port Vale, who are top of the league, only recently relegated from League 2, so a very tough team for us to beat, having only just been promoted up from the Vanarama from the Vanarama North. And Yeovil Town we lost to as well, another top team. So, yeah, I mean, to be expected. But what I didn't expect, though, is that we would only just scrape a draw against solid bottom Torquay United. We only just managed to scrape a 1-1 draw in the 87th minute, scoring with a combination of an assist from Bradley Fuster and a goal from Wes Atkinson. Both of them brought on as substitutes late on in the game. And yeah, we should have hammered Torquay. And if you look at their league position, Torquay so far only having 4 points earned from 11 matches, solid bottom of the league. So that was very concerning to only manage a draw there. And oh, brilliant, Wes Atkinson. Okay, that's what I get. So Wes Atkinson coming on as a super sub, scoring a goal. And now he's injured with pulled ankle ligaments and he'll be out for 2 weeks. Just brilliant. Just, you know, the timing couldn't be better. Of course, Leighton Egan is in poor form at the moment, so I could have done with the threat of Atkinson taking his spot. Well, now he's got no worries, has he? Right, Barrow scouting report. Goalkeepers, yeah, it's all about the goalkeeper, isn't it? Who's this Simpson guy? Luke Simpson. Oh, man, yeah. Yeah, I mean, we can't see his stats precisely, but they look pretty decent for this level. Oh, Visa FM, thank you very much for the follow. I didn't hear the noise, probably because I'm shouting over it, but thank you very much for that. Cold Steel says, Jesus, when it rains, it pours. It does, and it rains a lot in Blyth. You've seen what Croft Park looks like. Always raining, all the time. Okay, right, on to the next match. Who've we actually got next? Oh, yeah, Barrow, that's it. And then Dagenham and Redbridge. All right, so these are two teams that are potential for us to win against. We could beat these. And we're at home against Barrow. So off the back of an away draw to Torquay, we have a home match against Barrow, who are down in 20th. They're a team I think we can beat. I'm feeling positive about this. Okay, so Wes Atkinson out. Bradley Fuster. Yeah, he's getting towards match fitness. Okay, what's going on with Liddle? Liddle's dropping in ability. Of course, Liddle is 30. He's past the 30 mark. And at this level, it's quite common for players to be over the hill at even that age. So we'll have to keep an eye on him. Hopefully he won't decline too quickly. But I did bring in a replacement this season, just in case. And that was in the form of O'Hanlon here. Ben O'Hanlon, 24 years old. Not as good as Liddle and losing stats thanks to being stuck on the bench for us. But, you know, at least I can stick him on if I have to. All right. Here comes the match against Barrow. And we're going to have to leave Sangari out of this as he's, as I said, picked up another one-match suspension. Reece Thompson looks to be the key player, and he is a pressing forward. Interesting. Finishing somewhere between 6 and 12. Yeah, good job, scouts. Real accurate stuff there. Right, let's get a scout report on him. You never know, since he's a pressing forward, that might come in handy for us some point in the future. Do I want to scout? No, not really. I'm not going to find anyone good. Okay, Bradley Fuster should be reduced to backup status. Is that right? Yeah, do you know what? I think we might, because that new striker we signed is half a star better in his favourite position. So, yep, we're going to do it. Bradley Fuster. In Season 1, the league's top goal scorer in Season 1 for us. Now, unfortunately, after taking a couple of nasty injuries over the course of the next couple of seasons, is reduced to being a backup player. How the mighty have fallen, says Catch. I know, Bradley the goal machine is no more. But maybe he'll give us reason to give him a regular spot in the team again. He's only played part of one match since coming back, and he did provide a goal. He made an assist, but he didn't score. Right, comfortable favourites we are. Good, that's good. Cavallo facing his former club. Yes, I forgot I signed him from Barrow. Cavallo being a new signing to us this season. And he is our Brazilian. We have our very own Brazilian player. Unfortunately, he doesn't really have much flair for a Brazilian, but, you know, you can't expect too much at this level. He is one of our better players, though, and he plays in the attacking centre midfield role, just in the whole linking our centre two midfielders with our attacking pair. And he did form a good partnership with Maguire and Fuster. All right, this Kyle Cameron, he scored a goal against us. We've got him 54% scouted so far. Let's keep scouting him, because we may sign him when they get relegated. Well, I say when, if they get relegated is probably fairer. Luke Lyons, yes, you're training well, brilliant. Ben O'Hanlon, you're training like a moron. You can have a bollocking. Lewis Lang, come on, mate, how many times? He's the captain. I've got to give him a warning. Criticise training. Yep, not good. Right, do you know what? I'm going to actually have a word with Maguire, because he's barely scoring. He's our star striker, and things are just not going well. So let's warn. Let's go for criticise recent form. See what he says. You haven't been scoring many recently, and I don't know how much longer I can wait before I give someone else a go in the side. Oh, risky. Okay, I'm going to chance it. I'm going to chance it. This could go badly wrong. Oh, relief. You're right, he says. I've not scored enough. Good. Well, you know, it is the truth, but they don't always respond well to the truth. But yeah, maybe that'll spur Maguire into scoring some goals for us. We can only hope. Right, okay. I'm going to get this game on. All right, Hartlepool's coming up. That's going to be a tough match. They're 8th in the table. Right, Dominic Knowles, you're picked. Yeah, Bradley Fuster, let's make him unavailable. Josh Dolling, yeah, Josh Dolling, you're going back into the reserves. See you later. How's everyone else looking? Yeah, that'll do. Bravo says, who cares? Tell them the brutal truth. Well, I do like to do that in the team talks. I like the aggressive half-time bollocking if we're not winning. Right, Bradley Fuster, recommended to be limited to 75 minutes of action. All right, no. The question is, do I start him or do I start the new man Knowles? All right, playing Barrow now. They're going to be in the gold shirts. And we are looking... Look at the form. Both teams, woeful form. Brilliant stuff. Who knows who's going to win this? Right, Sangare, you're out. And Green, you're in. But I'm going to swap Green for Reed. So Green will be on the bench. Reed will get the nod in the first team. Still not played enough games with Des Prez to form a partnership yet. But if Sangare keeps getting suspensions like this, it won't take him too long. Also, Atkinson is injured, so I need to take him out. And that's going to leave me very vulnerable because I'm short of someone who can play right wing back if Egan needs to come off, which is a shame, but we're just going to have to cope with it. So Evans gets the nod. I suppose at least he's a wing back. He's not going to play well at right wing back, but it's better than nothing, I suppose. And what should I do with Bradley Fuster? I mean, look at that form. That was good, wasn't it? So yeah, let's swap Fuster in. And we'll play them this way around. This was the old way that things used to work out well for us. So, yeah, although Bradley Fuster's recently been told, sorry, mate, you're now only a backup, I'll give him the nod in the first team here. Now, let's have a look. Any defence that are doing particularly bad? Yeah, Lions, it's very hit and miss, isn't he? At the moment. I'll give him one more chance. We'll see how things go here. Right. Submit team. Bradley Fuster lacking in match sharpness. I'm well aware of that. Thank you. But we do have Dominic Knowles waiting to take his place at half-time. Oh, yeah, I remember this guy. This is going to get confusing, isn't it? Jacob Blyth, or Blyth. I guess I'll pronounce it as Blyth. That might make it easier. Playing up front for Barrow against Blyth Spartans. Okay, right. Let's go. Give him a morale boost. Yeah, all right. Have a morale boost. And away we go. And the sun is shining at Croft Park. How long will it last? Place your bets now. Osborne on the right for Barrow. Looks to put a cross in. Lang with the header away and Reed with the clearance. Scary looking moment early on there inside the first minute of the match. But recovering well from it. Osborne again. We're going to have to keep an eye on that man if he's going to put in good crosses. Heslop with the shot, and it's wide of the mark. O'Reilly not really too fussed by that. Okay, let's go for the demand more. We'll stick with how we're doing. I think we're on mixed passing. Des Prez failing to win the challenge against Beck there. Barrow once again in possession and in the Blyth half. Thompson, terrible pass. Winfield has to rescue the situation there, but he is under pressure now from the Blyth attacking players. Bradley Fuster coming away with the ball now. And he surges into the box. He's got Maguire to his left. Maguire with the shot. Saved by Simpson. And that was promising looking stuff there from the usual partnership that has returned in the form of Dan Maguire and Bradley Fuster. Corner comes in but comes to nothing. Can Lang keep this ball in? He can just about. But he loses possession to Buchanan, and that will be a goal kick to Barrow. Well, that looked pretty promising from Maguire and Fuster. And Fuster going for an unselfish pass there rather than trying to shoot from an acute angle is a good sign that they are going to work well together again. Egan now in possession, playing it to Maguire. To Brazilian Cavallo. Cavallo to Des Prez. American there making a cheeky little chip to Michael Liddell. Michael Liddell with a cross to the head of Dan Maguire. And just over the bar there. That could have been another goal, but unfortunately it's still 0-0 here at Croft Park. Winfield now on the ball for Barrow to Thompson. Now Beck. Beck with the long ball, looking to find Blyth, but Lang will claim that. Now will he play it safely? He certainly looks like he wants to go for a run, and he's in space and plays a ball out to Michael Liddell, who plays it out to his counterpart on the right wing. Egan surges forward. Little flick to Maguire. Maguire can't do anything with it, unfortunately, and the move breaks down. So far, no shots for Barrow. As I said, this is a team I feel we can beat, but at the moment, 30 minutes of football played and no goal so far. Only 2 shots on target though. Cavallo picking up from the mistake there. Plays it to Bradley Fuster. Leighton Egan now. Can he put a cross in? No, he plays it safe to Reed. Reed to Cavallo. Cavallo to Des Prez. Des Prez to Egan. Egan's inside the box. The Brazilian now on the ball to Des Prez. Oh, can't find a way through the Barrow defence. And it comes to nothing, unfortunately. Winfield now with a free kick inside the Blyth half for Barrow. Finding Malden. Now Buchanan. To Osborne. Malden again. Buchanan with the cross. Oh, Blyth getting a shot away, but O'Reilly claiming it. That was a risky moment there, and even worse. Tell me that's disallowed. I heard a whistle there. My head was in my hands. I think that was offside. Let's see that again. Oh, yes. Thanks to this man here, we are saved. We have a reprieve. Oh, my God. Yeah, that was dangerous. Come on, get a goal, Blyth. Get a goal. We need it. Oh, that free kick coming to nothing. And now Barrow on the break. Blyth here surging upfield. Playing it out left to Thompson. Thompson in space. Being closed down now by the Blyth number 4, though. Finding Malden, though. Osborne now. Shot closed down by the Blyth defence. And it looked like a bit of a filthy tackle there from Des Prez. And there will be a free kick for Barrow just outside the Blyth box. I guess that came to nothing. And it's about to hit half-time. And still 0-0 here at Croft Park. And we are just so out of form at the moment, aren't we? Looking at the player ratings, though, there's nothing too bad going wrong for us, and we are producing shots. We've got possession. Not quite sure what is going wrong here. But yeah, I mean, average ratings aren't terrible. I mean, yeah, 6.5s aren't great. I'll give you that. Oh, we got 6.4 in there. Sean Reed. But, I mean, yeah, it could be a lot worse, I mean, for a 0-0. But, yeah, we're going for the aggressive half-time bollocking. It's got to be. They seem motivated. Let's get on with the second half here at Croft Park. And somehow it's still sunny here. Are we going to escape the rain for a rare occasion here? There's Prez playing the ball out to Lyons. Comes to nothing from the kickoff, though. And so far, Barrow only having a solitary shot on target and a goal disallowed. But we've only had 3 shots on target ourselves. That is nothing to celebrate. I'm going to go demand more once again. There's Prez's fitness looking a little bit on the bad side. We'll keep an eye on that in case we want to sub him. Winfield, yeah, we'll make the changes. O'Reilly there claiming the header from Blyth. Rolls the ball out to Lyons. Lions with a kick upfield, looking for Bradley Fuster. Doesn't quite find him, but I think Little will rescue the situation there and keep the ball from going out of play. Now Des Prez to Lions. Lions once again trying the long ball, this time finding Bradley Fuster on the break. Bradley Fuster running out of space though as the Barrow defence surrounds him. Cross comes in. Oh, Dan Maguire with the header and just wide of the mark. I'm hoping that the talking to we gave him before this match is going to help him find his form again and score a goal, but it hasn't so far. Des Prez unfortunately giving possession away cheaply there, and Barrow are on the attack once more. Buchanan to Beck, Beck to Osborne, a little triangle of passes forming there for Barrow. Now Blyth tackled by Greek Kefalis, new signing this season. Form been a little bit hit and miss at times, not 100% sure if he's an improvement or not, but Dan Maguire now just one man to beat, and takes a half-hearted shot on goal there, straight at Simpson, and it goes out for a corner kick. Little with the corner, going for the far post, doesn't find a green shirt though. Reed in the box, what's Sean Reed got in the bag here? A poor attempt there as it bounces off the Barrow player and comes to nothing. Let's go for another demand more as we are past the 70-minute mark now. Do I want to take anyone off? Maybe I'll take Reed off. He's playing a 6.4. It's not very impressive, is it? Just check, see if there's anything I'm missing in the analysis. Of course, Leighton Egan's been error-prone because I don't have a sub for Leighton Egan. I've got literally nobody I could bring on there right now with Atkinson being injured currently. So, you know, it is the way of Football Manager to then give me an issue that I can't handle. That is the punishment for not having enough spare wing backs, I suppose, or at least not enough on the right side. But it is what it is. So Sean Reed playing a 6.4. He's been on that all game. It doesn't look like he's going to improve. So we're going to take him off and we'll bring on Kieran Green and see if the former captain can make a difference for us. And let's tell him, you can make a difference. I know you're capable. And he looks to respond well to that. And here's his chance to shine. With just less than 20 minutes of normal time remaining, is that enough for him to make a difference and spur the team on to score just one goal? That's all we need, really. Just one goal will give us the win here. Barrow now with a free kick from Winfield. Oh, it's just the way, isn't it? I'm saying we just need one goal. We just need one goal. Well, now we just need 2 goals. Just typical, that is. Winfield with a good free kick here, looping in. Poor defence there from Blyth, and frontman Blyth for Barrow. I told you this was going to get confusing. Slotting home there to score his first goal of the match. Lang now with a free kick. Oh, Lang, come on. Why do I not have good set-piece takers? Why? I really could have done with that being an equaliser. Let's demand more. And yeah, it's not happening for us, is it? It's not happening. 82 minutes played. Dudley now with a free kick for Barrow. Oh my God. I thought that was in. I don't know how Riley came away with the ball in his hands there. All right, let's tell Egan to ease off tackles since he's on a yellow. Oh, Maguire playing so badly here. Am I going to have to take Maguire off? Have I ever substituted Dan Maguire off when he's not been injured? I don't think I have. I don't think I've ever subbed him off unless for an injury before. But I'm going to have to. He's playing a 6.4. And we've got new man, Dominic Knowles, waiting for an opportunity to shine. And perhaps that will give us an equaliser. You never know. So let's give him a pep talk and send him out. We have 4 minutes of normal time to play. I need to let this substitution happen, don't I? Right, and now we're going to go for the very attacking. And we can't push forward yet. We can't. I need another shout. I need another shout opportunity. Am I going to get one before the whistle goes? It doesn't look like it, does it? But yeah, we're going all out. I can't believe we're losing this. Barrow are a team we can beat. This is not how it was meant to go. Knowles on the ball now, playing to Des Prez in the middle. What's he got? What's he going to do with it? Plays it to Michael Little. Little crossing first time. Bradley Fuster with his back to the goal. Offside though. And that could have been it. That could have been the chance we needed. And I think that's it. 5 minutes of added time to play, though. So we have more chances here. Egan on the ball. Can he get a cross in? No, he can't. But we do get a corner from that. Apparently the corner was terrible, and now it's a throw-in. Egan crossing into the box. Almost finding Bradley Fuster. Come on. Come on. Just a goal. Just an equaliser. That's all I'm asking for. And we have less than a minute to go. And the referee here looks like she's going to have a word with Osborne. And she gives him a yellow card. And that's not going to help us at this stage of the match. But here comes the free kick. Des Prez with a nice little flick to Cavallo. Back to Des Prez. Oh, looking to play in Michael Liddell, but I don't think he's going to be able to keep it in. Looked like the corner flag did, though. The corner flag achieved what Liddell couldn't. All right, come on, Liddell. We need a wonder cross from you here. Oh, that was not a good cross. Egan just about keeping it in play, but losing possession. And that is it. It's all over. It's all over. The whistle's about to go. And there it is. We've lost 1-0 to Barrow. Another loss this session. This is not going well. We've got to turn this around. Right, we're going for the bollocking. I've had enough. I've had enough of your shit, team. That is enough. That should have been a game we won. Home match against Barrow. They've only recently moved up as well. That's a game we should be winning. For sure, but I guess morale is in the floor right now, thanks to our recent form. And somehow, we're going to need to turn things around. Fans criticise Doyle's tactics. Yeah, I mean, I've stuck with the same plan, to be fair. And often in the past, things have come back around for us. But this time, it's not looking like it, is it? But yeah, Doyle slams team. That's right. And Blyth's poor form continues. Where's that leave us in the league? Down in 10th. Okay, well, we're still in the top half. Things could be a lot worse for our first season, and this is recoverable. This is recoverable. We've lost 4 games, drawn 4 games, and won 4 games. So, yeah, I mean, you know, that start of the season was all won on the current strategy. So I'm not sure that I really do want to change things. I like how we play football. I prefer it when we win, though. All right, let's continue on. What was the board's expectation for this season? Catch is asking. The expectation is to try to avoid relegation, if I remember rightly. I will just have a quick look after this save, just to double check that for you. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we're just expected to try to avoid relegation. But of course, being the ambitious manager I am, I want to do much better than that. I would rather be fighting for a playoff place if I can, as that would be a good start to our first season in the division. Show that we're here to stay and we're making our mark on things. But on current form, it's not looking very promising, is it? Been a bit hit and miss so far this season. So let's just have a quick look at competitions. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, fight bravely against relegation. So really, we've been given no chance at all. The board is expecting us to go straight back down again. But we will try our best at staying up. We will try. Right, Popple finishes scouting Thomas. Yeah, he's just one we're keeping an eye on for the future, isn't he? And yeah, he looks to be a fantastic player at Port Vale. And we'll stick him on the short list. Winless Blyth hit new low. Blyth 7 games without winning is a new record. Brilliant. Awesome. Just what you want to hear. Right, let's crack on. Dagenham and Redbridge next. And they are 20th now. Barrow, of course, moving up thanks to that scraped win against us that I feel we should have won, but never mind. So now we're playing Dagenham and Redbridge, but they're away from home. Well, sorry, we're playing them away from home. Sean Reid injured. What is this? A gashed arm, out for 3 to 4 days. Yeah, we'll leave that to the physio. That's not so bad, really. At least our under-23s are winning. We just managed to beat Crewe under-23s 1-0. We'll take that. Take any victory we can at the moment. Okay, so this Dagenham and Redbridge side seem to play well against a 4-4-2 formation. Well, that's good news for us, because I don't go near 4-4-2, nor do I plan on. Okay. So their key player looks to be Christopher Mafumbi. And he's a goalkeeper, Congolese, with 9 caps. Not bad. Okay. So we're, I mean, we're still struggling to put shots on target, let alone score goals. So that's going to be a problem for us either way. So Dagenham and Redbridge, obviously clear favourites here. I think we're going to have to play some defensive football. So how am I going to do this? Oh, we've drawn Telford in the FA Cup. Nice. What division are they in at the moment? Vanarama National League North. So they're a division below us. So that should be a match we can win. We could do with any win at the moment. Right. Let's continue. Okay, Nexus still out on loan. How's he looking now? 12 appearances. He's made 1 goal and 1 assist. Not bad for a midfielder. Average rating could be better, though. Still, it's probably a better average rating than most of my team right now. Right, Sean Reed, capable. Wes Atkinson still out with the ankle ligament injury. He's going to be out for a while, I think. Which leaves us short of a right wing back. I might even have to look for one, to be honest. So, Dagenham and Redbridge form inconsistent, but they have had 2 wins and a draw in their last 5 matches. We've had nothing but losses and a solitary draw. This is awful. Maybe we might have to just play this game defensive. I know, it's blasphemy. Right, Reed. I'm going to put Green in. Reed for Sangare. Sangare's back from his suspension. So he can play on the field. Now, why is he dropped in ability so much? He had higher ability than that. Looks like some stats have gone down. Maybe Cavallo and Des Prez are getting better. I don't know. It doesn't look it. But yeah, my star ratings are all over the place at the moment. Never mind. Right, so I think we will give the classic... Oh, look at that. Dan Maguire. Last 5 games playing a 6.54. That's awful. I think I'm going to have to bench him. That form is just so bad. Let's get Knowles on for all the difference it might or might not make. Yeah, I think that's the best way around to play these two. Well, I feel like we need to strengthen our attack at some point. Because we do play very attacking football, and to get away with doing that, you need strong attacking players. And in this division, they're not measuring up as well as they were in the division below. Obviously, we've got Denilson Cavallo. He's a nice solid 4-star, and Sebastian Desprez in midfield. These two here, they're good, but I feel like I need a little bit more strength up front. But the trouble I've had is nobody wants to come to my club. Nobody wants to go to Blyth where it rains all the time and it's cold and windy. Can't really say I blame them. All right, let's submit team then. Let's go with this. And that means Dan Maguire is benched. I think for the first time in his career under my management, he is benched due to poor form. And new man Dominic Knowles gets the nod alongside Bradley Fuster, who's only just returned from injury. Look at that beardy bunch up front there. Right, no real pressure. Are you kidding me? I'm going to scream at them. Yeah, I fully expect you to end our run of poor form. Well, they didn't respond well to that. Never mind. So, in the league table, we are currently sitting in 10th place on 17 points. We very much need a win, though, to turn around our fortunes. We just need something under our belt. So, we are playing in the rain here at Dagenham. Oh, and what a start to the match. We've conceded a goal in under 2 minutes from a Liam Nash free kick there. His 7th goal of the season. Sailing into the net beautifully. Look at that. I don't know why O'Reilly didn't get a hand to that, but it wasn't to be. Wow, what a start. What a start. It looks like we're in trouble here. And once again, I'm going to try to stay the course with attacking, but the more games I'm playing without scoring goals, the more I'm having to consider that this is not the way for us to go. Although Little there, with a free kick, and that almost went over the line. Just kept out there by the keeper, Mafumbi, Congolese international. Now Payne on the ball for Dagenham. Nasseri upfield looking for Dyson, but Kafalas will have the legs to beat him to the ball there and plays it safely to O'Reilly. Punted now out to Michael Liddell, who will dribble upfield. We are now in the Dagenham half. Almost loses the ball to Payne, somehow gets away with it and finds Bradley Fuster, who plays it back to Liddell immediately. Liddell doesn't want it. Fuster losing the ball to Barden. Unfortunately, that was a terrible bit of play there. They should have been sharper on the passing. Dyson now in space, through on goal, one-on-one with the keeper, and he scores. And yep, we're going to have to change things. So, what should I go for? Let's switch to cautious first of all. I don't want to go defensively. I want a chance of scoring goals, but a good move here by Dagenham. Long ball over the top, caught the defence napping. Dyson completely in space. 3 defenders chasing him and slots it home past Luke O'Reilly. And we are 2-0 down with only 15 minutes played. We need a demand more shout for sure. And what a disappointing start. Michael Liddell now with the corner. Terrible corner. Cavallo back to Liddell. Liddell should be onside. I think he is. Puts a cross in. Comes to nothing, but Sangari will pick up the loose ball and play it into Des Prez. Des Prez dribbling forwards into the box. Crossing to Cavallo. Cavallo with the shot. And that looked like it took a deflection off a red shirt. And it did. It will be a corner kick to Blyth. Michael Liddell steps up to take it, whips it in, and headed away by Anderson there, but only as far as Cavallo. Played it to Lang. Now Lyons, defensive partner. Lyons still upfield so far because of the corner kick. Well, that move comes to nothing. We're going for another demand more. We are 2 goals down. 30 minutes played. And now we're 3 goals down. Nah, this is not working, is it? This is not working. I'm probably going to have to create myself a defensive strategy, I think. Maybe we'll try positive because we need to try to score some goals, but we've definitely got to be more cautious at the back. Josh Payne there, only his 2nd goal of the season. And we're 3-0 down against Dagenham and Redbridge. And I don't think we're going to be able to turn our fortunes around this game, are we? This is not going well. Let's go for a demand more. O'Reilly. The sweeper keeper coming out of his box before kicking it up to Michael Liddell. Liddell is in space, making the most of that to play a pass across to Cavallo. Cavallo to Leighton Egan. Egan needs to put a cross in here. And here it comes to Bradley Fuster. Bradley Fuster scores with his head. 2nd game back from injury, or is it 3rd? I forget now, but he's not been back from injury for long. And he is already outscoring Dan Maguire in the last, I don't know, 6 matches. Leighton Egan here with the cross, providing the header opportunity for Bradley Fuster. And what a header that was into the bottom right-hand corner, completely leaving the keeper stranded. And we've pulled 1 goal back for dignity so far, playing positive. So perhaps that's something to remember. Liddell in space now, opportunity for a shot, saved by Mafumbi. And that will be a corner kick. Luke O'Reilly kind of crapped his pants on that one, says Catch. He certainly did. Okay. Goal kick for Dagenham and Redbridge. And he goes out as far as Michael Liddell. Michael Liddell in acres of space decides to dribble the ball forward and then play a terrible pass into the Dagenham player Payne, and possession switches over. Can we win this midfield battle? Not so far. Headers going the way of Dagenham and Red. Barden to Nasseri. Nasseri finding Martin. We're in the danger zone again now. Martin puts a cross into Nash. Nash is wide open, and that is goal number 4 for Dagenham and Redbridge. Liam Nash's 8th goal of the season, and I believe 2nd goal of the match. And it's 4-1, and Blyth Spartans are in dire straits here. This is not the session I wanted, but it's the session I'm getting. And yeah, just wide open there. Disappointing stuff. And I think there may be some substitutions happening at half-time here. We need to do something to turn our fortunes around. Keep demanding more, but playing positive football got us a goal. But yeah, we've also conceded. It is tough to know what to do at this point. But I've got a feeling I'm going to have to create myself a new strategy before the next session. So I've got something that'll help us out of this hole of poor results. We're going to have to start playing a bit defensively against these tougher teams. So I will do that, but I will do that next session, I think. It's not so much fun just watching me mess around with strategies. It's more fun watching the games, although at the moment watching me lose over and over is probably not the most entertaining thing. Or maybe it is. Maybe you enjoy watching me suffer. If you're enjoying watching me suffer, give the video a thumbs up when you watch this on YouTube. Right, Little with the throw into Des Perez, tackled immediately by Barden. Blyth really struggling to keep hold of any sort of possession, it seems. Although, look at the stats. We've had 64% in total in the match. And we're losing 4-1. This is unbelievable. I expect more from this. We're just really not managing to use it. Blyth Spartans free kick now. After a little bit of argy-bargy in the box, Luke O'Reilly will take that. Corner attempts are terrible. Always cold still. All 3 seasons played so far, my corners have been consistently appalling. What I need is a player that has any ability at all to take corners. But so far, I've not managed to sign one. They're few and far between at this level of football. A little turning it around there, but no, it was a poor attempt at a pass. It comes to nothing. Come on, can we score? Oh, Bradley Houston nearly just scraping the ball over the line, but not quite. There was not enough power to it, and Mafumbi claims it. I mean, the team are trying. The boys are trying. I mean, look, I've had 15 shots. Clearly, this strategy isn't the worst thing ever. Playing it on positive is kind of working out for me. Oh, Des Perez with a good long-range effort there. Tips over the bar by Mafumbi. The American desperately trying to get his team back in this game. But it wasn't to be. And another terrible corner. And another terrible corner. And another terrible corner. It's just the way it goes, isn't it? Right, it's time for some substitutions. But first, let's just quickly check the analysis. Yeah, we'll tell Cavallo to ease off tackles. Right, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Knowles is playing a 6.0. That is appalling. He's coming off for Dan Maguire. Sangare playing a 6.3. Appalling. All of my defence playing really badly as well. What's Kieran Green's recent form like? Yeah, okay. Sangare's coming off because he's playing really badly. Let's get some new fresh legs on the field for the midfield battle. Right, let's give them team talk. You've got what it takes, boys. Come on, do good things. Where will this leave us in the table? Oh, I have to wait and see. Dagenham in red. Fired up by the feedback. Let's hope I can fire my lads up. No, mostly pressured. Oh, God. Oh, God, come on. Let's at least try and get one more goal for dignity here before the whistle. So, we will be left down in 13th. Oh, Bradley Fuster, how did you miss that? How did you miss? That was an absolute sitter. Cavallo keeping the dream alive, though. And the move is still not over. The hopes are not dead. Lang on the ball now for Blyth. Oh, plays it safe and back to Egan. And the move comes to nothing. I mean, look at this. 22 shots, 12 on target. We are producing 66% of the ball. Again, everything on paper is telling me I'm doing the right thing, except for the scoreline. That is the only thing that is the problem right now. And I can't quite believe what I'm seeing. Barden with a shot on the Blyth goal there, going wide of the mark. I just, there are no words. Okay, Lang with the free kick. No, wide of the mark. We're not getting that second goal, are we? With eight minutes, well, less than 8 now. 7 minutes remaining. Oh God, it goes so fast. As soon as I've said it, I'm wrong. Right, Lang, come on, make something of this, lads. Let's just get one more goal. Just one goal. For dignity. For Sparta. No, it's not happening. Naziri in possession now for Dagenham and Redbridge. Green with the tackle. Green apparently already picking a yellow card in spite of not being on the field that long. I guess he's frustrated by the performance of his teammates. And I'm very frustrated. There's going to be coffee mugs thrown across the dressing room. Possibly whole players. It's certainly not going to be pretty in there at the full-time team talk if the scoreline remains as it is. Egan, oh, poor pass behind Cavallo. Needed to play it in front of him to run onto. That was a shame. There was an opportunity for a goal again there. Green now with the corner. Finding Maguire almost. Cavallo to Lyons. To Green. Green with the shot. And it's a poor effort and it sails over the bar. It looks like we are going to lose this match 4-1. And this is possibly wiping away the last of our positive goal difference at the same time. Encourage. Come on, boys. They're fired up. Who's that on 57? Leighton Egan. I haven't got a substitute for him. Lewis Lang, the captain, playing a 6.2. My God. I'm taking him off just on principle. We've got like seconds to go. This is the most pointless substitute anyone has ever made in Football Manager history. But I'm doing it because I'm mad with him. He's supposed to be leading by example, and the example he's setting is how to play like a douchebag right now. Oh, there we go. Well, he knew it was going to happen. He'll have seen the sign go up before the whistle. You were coming off, but unbelievable. I can't quite believe that. Look at these. Oh, look at this. Like 30 shots, 15 on target. 15 on target to their 9 and 4 on target. Every single shot they took, they scored a goal. And we only managed 1 goal from 15 shots. 65% possession of the ball to their 35. I'm just gobsmacked. I can't remember the last time I got FM'd so hard as this. Unreal. Tell the boys they did well and their efforts were excellent. Are you kidding me, Tony? Are you kidding me? I'm not telling them that. I'm not happy with that result. Oh, God. Why did I let Tony talk to them? Why did I let Tony talk to them afterwards? I got the greens, I got the positive, and then I clicked hand over to assistant, and then he's gone and told them a load of bullshit, and they've reacted badly. Tony, you're getting fired at the end of this season, mate. That's enough of your shit. Exactly. I have no idea how Bradley Fuster screwed up that. It looked like a 6-yard shot effort. But we are now down in 13th. We've now lost more games than we've won. And we're on a very slippery slope. You can see now why the board was saying, yeah, just fight bravely against relegation. Just do what you can. We're not expecting much here. Just, put in an effort, maybe score a goal or two. But I'm not happy with that. I'm not satisfied to just go out with a whimper here. All right, Hartlepool in 8th position in the league. Should be a tough team for us to play, and that is going to be our next match, and I'm going to play it. I've overrun my usual finish time by absolutely miles, mostly due to frustration of losing game after game at the moment. I mean, look at this. Look at this. So this was last session. Last session, win, win, draw, win, win. This session, draw, draw, lose, 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 draw, lose, lose. And is this going to be another loss? Who knows? I mean, at least after Hartlepool, we've got a cup match against Telford, a team in the division below us, and hopefully that will give us some much-needed morale boost. But yeah, Dominic Knowles put in a poor performance. Leighton Egan played well, good man. But one player playing well is not enough. Bradley Fuster actually did well too, scoring our only goal, of course. But he did miss a couple of opportunities aside from that, which was unfortunate. Well, I mean, look, we're training attacking corners. We're training corners like it's worth something, like it'll make a difference. Hales Owen winning 8-0 against Bradford there. Oh my God, would you look at that? Isn't that your team, Catch? Isn't that the team you're playing as? What a result for them. 8-0. That's got to be a record. Okay. Oh my God. this is exhausting. The morale like damage is hitting me too. I'm trying to remain positive. We've got to end this run sooner or later, right? It can't go on for the rest of the season. But do you know, I think one positive I can take away from that last match is instead of playing full on attacking, just dropping to the positive match mentality did seem to do a bit better for me. So perhaps I'll do that. Perhaps, you know, I'm not such a strong team in this division. And so going out, you know, just with the full on attacking style is leaving me weak at the back from time to time. So we'll play with a little bit more caution and go for dropping it down one gear. All right, we're up against it, against Hartlepool. Of course we are. We have no chance of winning on our current form, but their form's pretty bad as well. I do feel like I'm being given the middle finger by that one win there. Just really rubbing in my results. But yeah, thanks Hartlepool. Right, come on. We can do this. So we're gonna drop back a gear. We're gonna go positive rather than attacking. We're gonna stick with the strategy we've got aside from that, because look, you saw the stats at the end of that game. I'm not crazy. Right, Dominic Knowles, yeah, you're crazy if you think you're getting first team football if you're training like that. That is awful. Des Press, come on, mate, come on. Speak about one player, criticise training. Come on, you're a new signing. You need to do better. Okay. I'm not going to hand out too much praise at the moment because, generally speaking, the team is sucking balls from my point of view. Right. Yeah, all right. Yeah, we'll go with that. Actually, do you know what, Dominic, you're going to play for the subs since you've been so poor in the last game and in recent training sessions. You're going to play for the substitutes, and Bradley Fuster gets the nod in the first team once again. Sorry, not Bradley Fuster. Bradley Fuster was already in. I mean, Dan Maguire. Dan Maguire's coming back. He really needs to improve his form as well. I've not been impressed with him of late, and he's our star man. I mean, it really pains me to be criticising Dan Maguire. I mean, look at this guy. Look how many seasons he's played for Blyth. Look at all these goals. I mean, but this season so far, 3 goals from 13 appearances. That's just not him, is it? So out of character. So out of character. You got 23 goals in the first season, 22 in the second season, but 3 in 13. Just really disappointed with him right now. And I've already had a word with him. I don't want to sound like a stuck record and have another go at him at the moment, but I was hoping that he would buck his ideas up after that talking to he had, but it's not happened yet. It's not kicked in yet. So right, I mean the defense has been appalling as well. So we're going to switch some things up. Lang is the captain. I'm going to leave him on, but Lyons is coming off. Deshaun Bernard gets the nod. Let's hope he can improve things for us at the back. I'm thinking maybe I'll just do a swap like that as well. I think Bernard is a little bit more right-footed than Lang. I mean, they're both right-footed, but I think Lang can cope with his weak foot a little bit better. So we'll do that. What else am I going to do? Sangari and Des Prez are both on. Let's have a look at recent form. Oh, man. Oh, man, this is bad. Right, all right. We're submitting the team, though. And, before I forget, we're dropping the mentality down to positive. So let's submit. Proceed to match. Okay, I'm ready. Nose is blown. Sinuses are clear. We're ready for this. And we're going to take on Hartlepool United. We're at home at Croft Park. Let's go out and prove a point. We need this. We absolutely need this. I mean, right now, I'll settle for anything that isn't a loss. A draw will do. We're on 17 points. We are tied with our rivals, local rivals, Gateshead. Oh, don't want to be tied on points with them. We've got to get ahead. We've got to stay ahead of them in the league. But our goal difference is currently flat 0, whereas they're a -5. So we're at least doing better in that respect. But that could change depending on what occurs in this match. Now let me see. Michael Liddell on the ball, playing it to Cavallo. Cavallo to Bradley Fuster, finds Dan Maguire behind the defence and takes a shot, saved by Loach, and that goes out for a corner. One of our trademark terrible corners coming up from Michael Liddell. Yeah, pretty bad, pretty bad. Finds the foot of defender Davies. Liddell tackled, and that is the end of the highlight. Now we have a throw-in deep in the Blyth half for Hartlepool. Oh, that was dangerous. What's happening here? Is this a penalty? It is a penalty. Deshaun Bernard. I'm pausing this. I need to rant. The defence has been playing bad. I decide Lyons has got to come off. We give Deshaun Bernard the nod. And how many minutes on the field? 11 minutes into the match. And he gives away a penalty. I'm getting FM'd, guys. I'm getting FM'd. I swear. Noble steps up to take the penalty. Oh, O'Reilly guesses the right direction but fails to make the save. And already we are a goal down at home against Hartlepool United. Oh, abject misery. Cold Steel was saying the result was totally against the flow of play. Yeah, that last match, yeah, for sure. For sure. Let's see what happens in this one. And it's already time for demanding more. The team are looking focused after that feedback. Catch says, how does the Northern Premier League relate to the Vanarama North? There's not a huge gap in quality, to be honest. Not a massive difference. But the teams at the top of it, obviously... the teams at the top of it aren't too bad. But that was almost a goal there from Greek defender Kefalos. Got quite excited about that, but it wasn't to be. It was kept out, and the corner comes to nothing so far. Cavallo in possession for Blyth. Sangari to Kefalos. Now Lang, the captain of Blyth currently, and this move looks to be breaking down. Can Michael Liddell spark some life back into it? Plays it to Des Prez. Fuster back to Des Prez. Now Egan in space. Can he beat his man? He can't. He can win a free kick though. We'll take that. We'll take anything at this point. Liddell steps up to take this free kick. Whips it in towards the near post, but just wide of the mark there. And that could have very easily been a goal. Let's demand more. Bravo says, this commentary is first class. Thank you very much, Bravo. Appreciate that. Spread the word. Tell everybody. I would love to get this stream to be a little bit higher on the viewership because I do love Football Manager and I love commentating on the matches. But at the moment, I'm not getting anywhere near the views that I get for Battletech. But I've stubbornly stuck with it. I'm still doing it every Friday night. But yeah, I'm hoping it'll eventually take off fully. And you can see the full playlist on my YouTube channel. That's channel_Doyle. If you search for that in the YouTube search bar, you'll be able to find the full playlist of my Blyth Spartans career, where you will see us doing way better than we're doing in today's session. This is the worst session of the entire career at the moment. So please don't be put off by that. Normally, things go a lot smoother. But yeah, here are the stats at half-time. And again, you know, we're ahead in the stats. Just. But we are behind in goals thanks to that Liam Noble penalty. And, yeah, don't know. What are we going to say? Yeah, we're going to say it's disappointing. Aggressive. Expect to see much better in the second half. End team talk. And do you know what? I think I might actually just... I'm just going attacking. I'm going back to what I know and love. We're going back to the attacking style. Because... you know, we've not been doing too badly. Let's see if this switch goes for better or worse. At least on the upside, Bradley Fuster's playing a 6.7, so one of our strikers looks to be in reasonable enough form to maybe score a goal. Sangare looking for Dan Maguire, loops it over the top, finds Maguire, running through, crosses to Bradley Fuster, finds the head of Bradley Fuster, but unfortunately tipped wide of the post by the keeper there. And I guess the corner came to nothing because we got no highlight from that. Charlesworth! Oh my God, how did that not go in? Did that come off the bar? Whipped away by a Blyth defender there for a throw-in. Akiotu now on the ball, finding Newton in the centre of the field in space. Plays it to O'Sullivan. Dangerous run into the box by O'Sullivan. Now Rivers. Is that our Rivers? Is that our former Rivers? Hold on a minute. Let's pause. That is Jarrett Rivers. Oh my God, it's Jarrett Rivers. Would you believe it? He's been sold. We sold him in Season 1 because I just don't use attacking wingers in my strategy I wanted to play. Jarrett Rivers is a Blyth Spartans player in real life, and we sold him in the first season to Chesterfield, I believe. So now it looks like he's ended up at Hartlepool United, and he's playing against his former teammates right now. Jarrett Rivers is actually a quality player for the level of football he was playing at originally for Blyth. But yeah, I thought that was him. So yeah, sorry about that interruption, but had to check out the former Blyth player, or if you're talking about real life, current Blyth player. Dan Maguire in the 6-yard box, and he scores! What a goal! What an equaliser! We needed that. We needed that, Dan. We needed that. Dan the Man Maguire with a wonderful strike from about 5 yards, to be fair. But you know, I'm not complaining. Liddell here, providing the cross that resulted in the goal, as he's done so many times for this Blyth Spartans team. And there, Dan Maguire with the slot in, the tap in from, I reckon, about 4 yards. And we have an equaliser, and switching up to the attacking mentality has resulted in a goal. So we're going to stick with it for now. But Hartlepool are on the attack now. Jarrett Rivers there with the touch to Newton. Now Noble. Now Williams. Back to Noble. Akiotu on the left. Looking to put a cross in, finds Jarrett Rivers. We need to close that man down. Noble in the middle with a shot through on goal. O'Reilly with the stop there. Good reactions from the Blyth keeper. And it will be a corner. Williams to take. And it comes in. Oh, headed over the bar by Welford. We have a reprieve. All right, let's demand more. Let's demand more. Come on, how are we doing? Oh, we've still got some 6.4 ratings. This is not good, is it? Leighton Egan looking a little bit knackered there. Akiotu in the box. Closed down, though, by Deshaun Bernard. Newton to Noble. Out wide to O'Sullivan on the right. Cross blocked by the Blyth defence. Now Des Prez pulling out all the stops, making a run, surging run upfield, but unfortunately couldn't release the ball before he was closed down by 3 red shirts there. Throw in, resulting in Blyth possession. Cavallo, the Brazilian. What magic does he have in his bag of tricks? Playing the ball up to Bradley Fuster. Bradley Fuster can't beat his man though. And that is a turnover. And Welford now is through on goal. Attempting a shot, but luckily we have enough green and white shirts around to stop that shot from finding the target. Now James to Jarrett Rivers. Jarrett Rivers closed down again. Des Prez now with the counter-attack for Blyth Spartans. Will it be more successful than his last effort? He's played it to Michael Liddell. That's a good stop. Bradley Fuster, 6-yard box brought down, but the ref does not blow for a penalty. Instead, it will be a corner, which Michael Liddell will take. Whipped in, not a good corner, as usual. I may as well not even comment on the corners. They're so bad. Right, oh, can I demand more yet? No, I can't. Oh, maybe I'll go for an encourage next time. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. We can do this. We can get another goal. 11 shots, 6 on target, 49% of the possession. So we're not so hot on possession. But do you know what? I think I'm going to make a substitution. Deshaun Bernard has just dropped from 6.4 to a 6.3. So it's definitely time for him to come off. And very disappointed with him, to be honest. I was hoping he would improve on the form of Luke Lyons, but it's not to be. So he's coming off. Who else are we going to take off? I think we'll leave everyone else for now. Yeah, we'll just stick with that being the only substitution for now. Oh, let's hope Lyons can improve on his previous form. Okay, come on. Bravo says you could get a job commentating on awful non-league games in real life. Thank you. I'll take that as the compliment I'm sure it was meant to be. Yeah, unfortunately, I think you need to know the right people for that. I did, in my youth, I did used to do student radio. I did used to do radio shows. I was also a DJ for 7 years. But I've never actually done sports commentary until Football Manager. And I've always thought the one thing that the Football Manager game lacks is commentary. So I thought, well, if I'm going to stream it, I'm going to give it some decent attempt at commentary. I'm glad some of you think it is a good effort. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for the positive feedback. And I will try to do my best. Right, I'm going to encourage the boys. We're going to encourage them because we need them motivated. Yep, they're fired up now. Oh, no. It's a free kick for Hartlepool. Oh, my God. Anytime it goes near the ball, my butthole is clenching. Right, Liam Noble definitely needs to be closed down. Right, Egan with the throw-in to Cavallo. Back to Egan. Come on, take it upfield. Finding Bradley Fuster. Well won in midfield there. Back out to Egan. This is looking like it could be the beginning of a good move for the Blyth Spartans here. Egan over the top to the left flank. Finding Michael Little. Can he put a cross in? He can. Finding his counterpart on the right. But Egan fluffs the header. And that was so disappointing after a move like that. The passing was sublime. The finishing was not. But as I'm still bemoaning the last effort, we get a free kick. Crossed in from the American Des Prez, finding the head of the Greek man at the back for us, Kefalos. And that results in a goal. Look at that. There it is. Good header from the 6-yard box. And we are now ahead in the 88th minute. It is 2-1 to Blyth. And we could get a well-needed and a well-deserved, in my opinion, win after such a long drought. I'm definitely going to praise them after that and hope that that doesn't go horribly wrong. As that shot came in, my life flashed before my eyes. And it will be a corner to Hartlepool. There are 4 minutes of added time to play. Let's hope we can waste that time away without giving Hartlepool any more opportunities. The shots are about even in this match. The possession roughly even. This could go either way. But luckily at the moment, we are the right side of the scoreline for the first time in about 8 games. And is this going to be the win that we need to get our morale back off the floor? O'Reilly taking his sweet time over this goal kick. And who can blame him? With seconds remaining of the match, he thumps it upfield to the head of Cavallo, who nods it on. Matsuzaka picking the ball up, back to Loach, who thumps it upfield. His team will be desperate for an equaliser in the dying seconds, but I don't think they'll get the opportunity as Michael Little surges forward, crosses to Leighton Egan. Egan in the box, looking for a green shirt, can't find one, and the ball goes out for the corner. This could be the last kick of the game, and it is. It's all over at 2-1. We get the win, and what a result that is. Finally getting the win we deserve, courtesy of a goal from Dan Maguire and that brilliant header from the set piece, kicked in by Sebastian Des Prez and headed home by Themis Kefalos. Absolutely fantastic result, and that is definitely what we're going to end the session on. I'm 100% ending there. I have overrun by about an hour and a half. I've gone on a lot longer than I would normally on a Friday night, but I think it was worth it to finally get that win. We will tell the boys it was excellent. That will be the team talk. They're all delighted. Morale hopefully lifting slightly. But yes, the very next match we will be playing next Friday, the same time, 9 p.m. UK time. And that will be an FA Cup 4th round qualifying match against AFC Telford. And they're in the division below us. We previously were playing against them in the same division. And hopefully that should be a nice win to start next session off on. Let's have a look at what the other fixtures will be. So after our cup match, we'll be playing Sutton, who are currently 12th. Could be tough. Ebbsfleet's definitely going to be tough. Ebbsfleet away, they're one of the stronger teams in the division, it seems, so far this season. And they're 5th in the league currently. And an away match against them is going to be hard. York. They're currently in 4th place, but York, York basically in our first season, in the Vanarama North, we almost got promoted. We missed out on winning the league. There's only one automatic promotion spot in that league. We missed out on winning the league by 1 point, and Stockport went up ahead of us. So they're a team that I love to smash. But then we had the playoffs. That was our second opportunity to gain promotion in our very first season playing the game. And we drew York in the playoff finals, and we lost by 1 solitary goal. So we missed out on winning the league by 1 point, and then we missed out on playoff promotions by 1 goal to York. So I will be out for revenge against this York team, who have now had a couple of seasons in this division. And let's see if we can show them what we're made of this time. If I remember rightly, our record against York is pretty bad. I don't think we've ever beaten them in this career. So there's a first time for everything though, isn't there? Then after York, we've got Billericay. Oh, brilliant. So basically next session, I'm gonna go for a prediction here. I reckon we'll beat Telford. I reckon we can manage that. I reckon we'll draw with Sutton. I reckon we'll lose to Ebbsfleet. We'll probably lose to York, although fingers crossed I want a win out of that. Pretty sure we'll lose to Billericay as well. But what about Kingstonian? I mean, they're down in 22nd. They're a team just like Torquay that we should be beating. But as you saw, when we played bottom of the league Torquay, we only managed to scrape a draw because our form was so bad. But maybe we will do better against Kingstonian, and that'll be a win for us. But we will have to see. And if you want to see how we get on, you will have to join me next Friday for more Football Manager. The league table looks like this right now. So we've got Billericay at the top, followed by Yeovil and Port Vale currently in third. Now, Port Vale, I had tipped to be the league title winners. They do have a game in hand. That is worth noting. But even if they win that game in hand, it still won't be enough to overtake Billericay in points total. So it looks like my prediction could be wrong and Billericay might end up winning the title. But plenty of season to play. A lot can happen. A lot can change. But as things stand, these 3 teams are definitely looking like the four runners. Well, I suppose York as well. 29 points. Although, like I said, Port Vale with a game in hand there. We're down in 11th place, so we are still just about in the top half of the table. The league containing a total of 24 teams. Torquay have scraped themselves off bottom. They're now 23rd, ahead of Macclesfield. And Kingstonian also in the relegation zone, along with Dover, although they have every chance of getting their way, clawing their way out ahead of perhaps Barrow or Harrogate. But as things stand, the important things here are that Blyth are higher in the table than local rivals Gateshead, and also higher in the table than Harry's team, Leyton Orient. Harry, of course, is the designer of the mod I play for my Battletech stream. If you don't know what that's all about, please tune in at 3 p.m. UK time, and that is 11 a.m. Eastern if you're in the States. Come check out Battletech playing Battletech Extended 3025 mod. But yeah, he's a friend of mine and a maker of that mod. He supports Leyton Orient. So, we already beat them actually. Just to prove it, you can see there in that list, we beat them away 4-1. So that was a good day for me. That was last Friday. But we're still ahead of them in the table, although I have noticed they've got a game in hand. Oh no, they could leapfrog us with a win of that game in hand. But we've got a better goal difference right now. They're on a -1, we're on a +1. Could be a lot worse. But yeah, so that's how things stand. Not terrible. We are within reach of reaching the playoffs if a few teams above us screw up and we get on a good winning streak. So things are not over. We've got a good chance here. So that is where we'll leave it. Thank you very much for the new followers. Visa FM. Sorry, I didn't notice that one. Thank you very much, Visa FM, for the follow as well. Thanks, everyone, for joining me. Thank you, GWFM, for the raid. Really appreciate that, mate. I hope you all enjoyed that stream. Please check out the YouTube channel. There's the full playlist on there if you're interested in seeing the full adventure of Blyth Spartans from the very bottom division. And I will be back tomorrow at my usual daytime slot of 3 p.m. And that is 11 a.m. Eastern, playing some Battletech. Hope you'll join me then. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please remember to give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, depending on what you thought of the content. I really appreciate it. It helps me out either way. And subscribe to the channel for more stuff like this. Thank you very much for watching again, everyone. I'm gone for now, and I'll see you next time.